How's it going, Hardian? Doing good. This is like a theme song for us. Yeah, oh, nice. Well, happy birthday.
X-axis aligned by the Omnissiah's will.
This is a precise operation. We will have to hold out. Generator 2 needs support.
Potential heretical sabotage of Generator 2. Secure immediately.
I don't know where I'm going. You're not old 24 yet? Bro. That is young and spry. I don't know what you're talking about. I forgot my buttons already. Ooh, it's fancy.
Inserting rounds. Hostiles approaching. Generator 1.
Y-axis aligned. Margin of error unsanctioned. We are almost there. Generator 1. Follow only the divine protocols.
Reload.
I forget. Oh, it's this button, I think. Ah! Wrong button.
Dispensing stems. That is the line.
Attention. Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation.
Ah! Oh, I think I go over here. Right? It's pretty cool.
By his will, the crane is restored.
Drive train
What?
restored. Begin the course of locomotion, adepts.
Our adversary wishes to renew their assault. Deny them any advantage.
Demolition deployment sequence concluded. Navigators logged under the Omnissiah's watchful oculus.
The moment of his vengeance is nigh.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Promethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Skitter to the grave.
Not the bots.
Magazine
I'm out of ammo. Oh boy. Oh, wrong button.
load up.
Yeah, that dude's laggy. Maybe it's me.
My war gear is satisfied.
Ain't got no gas in it. I'm out of juice. Attack. This well, it blocks. What's the block? Oh, this is. Ah! So Cody, how's it going? Bro is going down more than I am. For once, I am not fucking up. Go me. I'm just following these guys. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I'm just here.
Fresh cartridge. Purge every last seed off for the Imperial. That is heretical behavior. Ammunition here.
Ew, shit.
Our glorious banner strengthens ours.
Ah! Oh gosh, that hurt.
Tide of Xenos is
I am a 40k fan. Oh. Oh.
waste nothing, brothers.
How's it going, illusionary? Well, I got this cool flaggy thing.
Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
On my honor, I will ensure your mission is a success.
I will hold you to that.
You playing skate with someone online? Nice. I don't know how to emote.
For the Emperor!
Yeah! I don't know how you did that. But yes.
For the Emperor!
I don't know how you do that, sir. How's it going, GB?
Banner, ready to deploy. Launching frag grenades! Fresh magazine.
Okay. Guess we're going this way.
My Emperor, witness the holy pyre we start in your name. Avenging angel at your disposal.
I think I'm good. I go and smacky smack.
Our destiny lies onward. For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Stepped in a hole,
Main
your knee.
swarm
Oh
sighted.
no,
Await
you
your
okay
signal,
there?
Captain.
You gotta be careful, bro.
We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet.
Right?
Keep
Yeah,
your
take it
heads
easy,
and
man.
get it done.
All specs prime. Enemies have split from the main force. Prepare to intercept.
Yeah, make sure to get lots of rest. I don't know, man. I feel like...
Tyranids are attempting to reach our platform. Switching to close assault. I have the Prometheus ready.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Oh, shit. What?
Restoring fight.
Yes. Yeah.
Our boat shall bellow with those opposing defeat behind us. Console's alive. I offer my service.
Oh, shit.
Arming melter bomb. Unleashing frag grenade. Check your aim.
Oh my god. Oh, shit.
See your weapon malfunction. Gun beast! It must not be allowed to fire.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Fuck.
Fresh magazine.
Oh my god.
Unwavering, despite the grip of malady.
I am gonna die.
Load up. Inserting rounds.
Oh my god, get off my ass. Woo. Oh god.
Tyranids dispatched. Where shall I plant this flag? There are more Tyranids seeking their deaths. Shoot them, not me! Brothers,
Ooh,
they are
fuck.
almost over the wall. We may be overrun, but never defeated.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Ugh.
Fresh cut.
Oh my fuck. Oh god. Ah!
Remain resolute.
I knew it was gonna blow me up.
Would be welcome. That pitiful Xenos is but no
Oh, that's good.
Mortal wound.
Oh shit.
You honor Gilliman's legacy. Triage.
Hello, Tasai! Oh, fuck.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
Understood, Commander. Readying the charge.
No, you're good. I'm just here. I'm just fodder.
A fine victory.
Ooh.
Genetic bioscience down 90% and fall.
Yeah.
Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
Await some failure.
Arriving at evac point. Ramp down and ready. The Emperor will not abandon us in the hour of our victory.
Reload.
Hey. You gotta go around.
Talassa, evacuation is priority one. Extraction complete.
Ah, we're just doing this so people come in.
Commendable work, brothers. You honor your chapter. Be ready for rearm, refit, and
Where's my
redeployment
flag?
immediately.
Some fake roasted thing. Oh no, GB. You gotta take it easy, bro. You gotta take it easy. How's it going, Gus? I look so cute. I don't know if cute's the right word, but I like my outfit. I think I'm the thickest one here. Thick. Look, it's me. Ayo. Friendship. Hey, you know what? I got the black Templar skin, so I'm just a ball of crusading cuteness. Mr. Lark, how's it going? Alright, so I gotta... We unlocked something. Like, look, the little skeleton we got on. We got like a little buddy with us. They're so cute.
Above his genius.
I'm supposed to talk to him? When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. I mean, it's better than nothing. Well, we got like... We got the fence there. Armor. Oh, cause like I have to like this on or something. Yeah. Oh, I can put a Black Templar helmet on. Can I have a... Oh. Well, now I'm gonna be here for a minute. It's oddly relaxing. It really is. It's in puppeteer position, but you know, we look cool. Okay, so I think I can paint these. What else do we need? Need that. We need that. We need that. We need that. Yo, that's kind of sweet though. Can you like paint these? I mean, like, I don't really want the blue. Customize part chain. Like, can you... It's going good. Thank you, Talks. Oh. Can I just... Salt. Vanguard. Can I just put this on there? I do like that helmet though. Okay, it's like we don't have shit. That one's cool though. The Space Wolf champion? Yo, that's kind of cool too. That's kind of cool. Let me... It's a Wild Talks. Hello, Rambo! Okay, we'll do one more and then we'll start videos. Uno más. Okay, so I haven't done this one yet. Hello! For the Emperor. How was your stream, Rambo? I'm big boy. I don't know what we're doing. Oh. Bah! I don't know what we're doing, but I'm here for it. Ow! Oh my god, I can't see what I'm doing. That's wild. Nice, nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we have to protect him. I'm coming. Get the fuck out of here.
We are ready to ambush the target, Command.
The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
Doki doki.
Primary in focus.
Guaranteed. Oh, really? I haven't played them all yet. I've done like the first one, and this is the first time I'm doing this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, gentlemen. My bad. How's it going, working? How's it going, Kendrick? Standard issue. I'm just gonna keep what I got. Neil and Shaq. What do I hit for that? I keep seeing them. People are doing that. I don't know what button it is though. not that
my
one.
lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
Our target is a hive tyrant. Once we kill it, the relay will be secure.
That's news. Without armor support to tackle a target that big,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
we
whoa,
may
whoa,
have to
whoa.
bring down the supply bridge.
Our plan requires it.
Is this a withdrawal order?
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Understood, my lord. May the Emperor guide our
Yeah, I don't know what it is
either.
either.
Incoming! Ready up, 8th. Show the Emperor's angels what we are made of. Swarms on the bridge.
More enemies on the bridge!
They're stacking up. Get a frag in there.
Knock down that...
The Hive Tyrant is on its way, but it is a horde of Xenos between here and it.
Perimeter
Take it
breach.
for the long haul.
Guns up! There's more coming!
Lord, you have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure.
Whoa! Can I fall off this? I don't want to fall off. Hold B? Okay, I'll try it.
They just keep coming!
Woohoo!
Over the wall.
They are in point blank range.
Ouch.
That is heretical behavior!
The fuck out of here. The only good bug's a dead bug.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Ouch.
The Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
No Tyranid survives
Oh.
this day.
Yeah.
For the Emperor!
Yeah!
There's
Oh, the
hundreds!
fucking big boy coming. Where's... Is there an ammo crate?
Right on target.
Bayonets!
This is Talassa. The ambush was a success.
More gear!
It is not dead.
Titus, can you elaborate?
The swarm would go feral without their connection to the hive, but their focus
They are
is
bugs.
still on the relay.
Well, sort of, I guess.
Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion is still in full effect. That beast is not
I'm
yet
sorry,
dead.
I don't know where I'm going,
Sounds
okay?
like
I'm
we have a
new.
hunt, brothers.
We can hold this position, lords.
Well,
We'll keep the swarm off your...
bug enough, yeah. They're bug-like, I guess.
Look, the rubble is shifting down there.
No, bro. Not relax. God damn, man.
Fresh magazine.
Right? It really is. It's because Space Marines are cool.
Fresh munitions. This galaxy is not yours to devour, high beast.
Thinking of extra rounds.
It is running.
It is running.
And eliminate. We will not have a better opportunity to finish it off.
Oh, shit. Oh!
Enemies have no violent tactics. Them not me.
Reload. Deploying fragmentation grenade.
Excuse me. If you require a spotter, my Auspex
Jesus.
is precisely tuned for target acquisition.
I have not needed someone to mark my targets since I was a scout.
Noted.
Wait, Valius. Can your device identify the weak points of today's foe?
Yes. I will attempt to keep it on the Auspex.
No, you're good.
Guide my aim.
It's kind of warm tonight. Ugh.
Keep going forward. Talassa, report.
In pursuit of the target.
Talassa, you cut out.
Nothing but static now. Is this the dead zone?
We have no choice but to follow. Let us hope this is not a trap.
Oh, it's definitely a trap.
Unleashing frag grenade. Fresh cartridge.
I resemble a foe. Their numbers are no match.
It is going on that wall. Let us try to head it off.
Those are grenades. The ammo. We're gonna start swinging.
Ammunition cache here. Rearming.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
Squad, rally on my. Be ready. Moment of reckoning is upon us.
Ew. He actually looks really cool. Wow!
Taking the shot.
Woo!
Fresh magazine. The creature is undergoing some kind of transformation. It is channeling some kind of power.
Oh my god.
That silence intimidates
Woo!
My target.
Oh, right in the face. Missing an arm.
Excellent work, brother. Any contact with Talassa?
This is Talassa. It took some doing, but the enemy is no more.
We're wieners. That one was really short. Junior, yeah. We're wieners. If I heard this playlist while in the Warhammer universe, I'm running. Bro. It's all, you know, you gotta get something with a beat while you're, you know, purging heretics. It's the only way. Goofy goober prestige, yeah. Well, we got A. How a face only a mother could love. You would fit better. That one's not bad. This is actually like what I listen to when I play Helldivers. But let's be honest, there's only one song that's acceptable, and it's this one. Since we're gonna watch videos next, I'll play it one more time. We got a new rarity. Got KFC? Man, I wish. Switch between weapon rarities and weapon perks here. Each shot penetrates one additional target. Oh. Hmm. Last strike of a light combo deals 25% more damage. With somebody out. Oh, Taco Bell. There you go. Team done work. Taco Bell has never made me feel bad. It's never made me feel bad. Increased by 5. What is this one? First light attack within 5 seconds. After a perfect parry or perfect block deals 25% more damage. That's kind of nice too. Ooh. We're played up for memes? True. Another 10. You block a ranged attack. Enemies within a 10 meter take the damage instead. I just want to be big boy. What do we get? Oh. Spiciest thing you can get for fun. To perform an exorcism and turn sideways. Fair. Fair enough. Thank you for the snack tax. Do I have to unlock those? Like... I mean, I guess I might as well, right? Oh wait, I don't want to look like this. Oh no, pull me back. Oh. There we go. I don't want to be blue like that. I just like the darkness. Alright. Let me get our videos set up and then I will go take a break. Everybody say bye. I love how this game looks. It just, I don't know. It just looks good. Increase around. I mean, true. True. You definitely have a point there. Definitely have a point there. Right? Bye, beefy space boys. I don't know what it's like to feel like a man, but when I play some Warhammer, I definitely feel manly. I can feel the extra testosterone. My bad. just, just have it all playing at once. Unga Bunga Rising. I don't know. I thoroughly enjoy the Warhammer universe. Alright. I got all this set up, let me go take a break, and then, we will get started here. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I have a good time. I liked Mechanicus too. Like that one, like the soundtrack of Mechanicus, I really, really like that one too. Alright, I will be back. Thank you, thank you. Alright. I am back. Thank you, thank you. There are Karens tonight. We gotta have our Karens. We need our Karens. We're watching a MrBallen video first, though. Thank you, thank you. You got your snacks? Let's go. What kind of snacks do you have? A gimpy plant. Well, thank you for the snack tax. Oh, my bad. Thank you.
In
Thanks.
1985, 36-year-old Michael Reamer was a roofer in Tacoma, Washington, and his boss described him as being a work hard, play hard type of guy. In the winter months, when there really wasn't any roofing to be done,
Lay's
Mike would
cheddar and sour
supplement
cream
his
chips.
income
Hell yeah.
by trapping coyote, mink, and muskrat in the forest that butted up against the Nisqually River, which was an 80-mile stretch that ran right near his home. Most of the traps Mike would set would be far away from any actual trail, because wherever there was a trail, you would have human foot traffic, and that would scare away the animals that you're trying to catch in your trap. And so as a result, he would place his traps in very remote, isolated sections of the forest, which meant he needed to know where those sections were. And so over the 15 years he spent trapping in this forest, he got really, really good at navigating it. It was like he had a map in his head of where everything was in this forest. Plus,
people like this impress me so much because I have like zero sense of direction. So people that can do this, they just impress me.
Mike was already an avid outdoorsman, and so navigating a forest and being out in the wild was something that just kind of came naturally to him. Mike's girlfriend was a 21-year-old woman named Diana Robertson, and they had a 2-year-old daughter named Crystal. Mike and Diana had a rocky relationship, to say the least. In fact, in October of that year, Diana had filed a restraining order against Mike after he had kicked in the door and thrown her to the ground. Mike also always carried a gun on him, and he had a very quick temper. But despite their significant relationship issues, the one thing they could always see eye to eye on was their daughter, Crystal. They adored her, and when it came to decisions about her, they were always on the same page. It was whatever is in the best interest of Crystal. In December of that year, Diana and Mike were able to reconcile, and so Diana threw the restraining order out. And in fact, she and Crystal moved back in with Mike, which made Crystal very, very happy. Just a couple of days after moving back in, they decided they wanted to go out and go camping together as a family, and then also pick out a real Christmas tree they could bring back for the holidays.
Right,
and so
just
they settled on
just
an
a little
area
bit.
that was going to be in the same forest where Mike had all of his traps set.
Could possibly
And
end
they figured they
badly.
could, get their family time in, they could get their Christmas tree, and Mike would be able to check his traps, saving himself from making another trip later on. So on December 12th, the three of them loaded up into Mike's red pickup truck, and they drove the 30 minutes down towards Nisqually River, where there was this logging road that Mike would use to park his truck and then walk in to check his traps. So Mike pulls over on the side of the road, they all hop out, and Mike leads the way right into the middle of the woods. There's no trail. Mike is just bringing them to an area where, one, his traps will be, and two, he thinks is suitable for camping and for looking for a Christmas tree. Later that afternoon, Crystal was spotted walking around a parking lot of a Kmart 20 miles away from where Mike had parked the car near Nisqually River. And she's just walking around. She looks totally confused. She's all alone. And the employees of the Kmart are looking out, and they see this girl, and they're all watching, waiting for, her parents or a guardian or someone to walk over and show that they are with this girl. But after a couple of minutes, when no one does that, one of the employees goes out and tries to talk to her. And this employee would say when she talked to the girl, she kept looking over her shoulder and she was just terrified the whole time. And so this employee asked her, what's your name? And she didn't say anything. She asked her, where are you coming from? Where are your parents? Who's looking after you? And to all the questions she was asked, she didn't say anything. She just looked terrified and was
I know, right? I don't even know, like, does Kmart still exist anymore? Let's see. Hold on. Kmart. Let's see. Are Kmarts still around? No, Kmart is no longer around as it is closing its last full-size store in the mainland US on October 20th, 2024. Damn! Kmart's gone. Damn. Damn.
looking over her shoulder. And so this employee brings the girl back inside and they call the
I can't say a whole lot because I think I've been to Kmart like 5 times in my entire life, but still. I still remember going in one.
police. And so the police show up and they ask the girl the same questions that the employees have been asking her, and the girl's still not speaking. And so after they made an announcement inside,
Yeah,
and say,
that was
hey,
a
is
long
anybody in
time
here,
ago.
the parent or guardian of this child, and no one came forward. They said, okay, well, we have no other choice, but we're gonna have to move her to
That's good that you
temporary
guys still have a
foster care.
Kmart.
And so they move her to a foster home, and then they put an ad out in the newspaper that day with a picture of her, basically saying, if you know me, contact this number. 2 days later, Crystal's maternal grandmother would see the picture in the newspaper, and the ad did not have a description of, how she was discovered. It just said she had been found at this particular Kmart, and if you know who she is, please contact this number. Even without the details, the grandmother knows something has gone wrong, because there's no reason in the world those two parents would abandon their beloved Crystal. And so she calls Diana, she calls Mike, they don't pick up the phone. That's when she calls the number and she says, what's going on? I'm her
I mean, like, as popular as Walmarts are, like, we hardly ever go to one. Like, we don't really go to Walmart that often. But it is convenient, I guess, and they do have everything. I think the closer one is the Target, but even then, I don't know, we don't really go to those very often.
grandmother, where is she? The police tell her to go to the foster home and they will meet her there, and they're
It's
gonna
probably
talk
been
about
years
what
since I've been in a
happened. So the
Walmart.
grandmother flies to the foster home and she arrives there before the police. She goes inside and Crystal is so happy to see her. It's the first time Crystal has really broken out of that kind of catatonic state she had been in ever since she was found at the Kmart. And so she runs up to her grandmother, they have this reunion, and the grandmother's so happy to see Crystal, but she's also thinking, where are your parents? Where
Right?
are Diana
Yeah,
and
like-
Mike? And so she
like, what
asks Crystal,
happened?
where are they, honey? Where is your mom? Where's your dad? And Crystal would speak to her grandmother and she would say, Mommy's in the trees. Her grandmother
Who? Okay, well, that's not creepy. Like, that's not that's not like creepy coming from a child.
didn't know what this meant, and so she tried to ask clarifying questions, but Crystal was not very verbal. She was not able to articulate more than what she was saying, so she just kept repeating it, saying, Mommy's in the trees, Mommy's in the trees. And so then the police show up, and the grandmother turns to them, and she says, where are her parents? Where are Mike and Diana? And the police turn to her, and they're like, we don't know. We found her abandoned in this parking lot, and she wasn't speaking, and no one knew anything about her. And so until right now,
Yeah,
we
the
didn't even know
trees.
her parents' names. Do you have any idea where they might be?
I mean, I know that she's not even like, I don't know, kids are just creepy sometimes, like the way that they word things. Kids are just creepy.
And the grandmother's like,
Just
I have
creepy
no
shit
idea.
sometimes.
I'm just learning about all of this stuff now. But when I came over here, Crystal said to me, Mommy's in the trees. And she's not very verbal, so she can't explain much more than that.
Yeah.
She just kept saying Mommy's in the trees. And I know Mike liked to go camping in this one area near the Nisqually River. He keeps traps out near the edge of the water. He catches some small animals out there. So I know he goes out there and goes camping. And so maybe that's what Crystal's referencing, that they were in the trees. So they were in that forest.
Oh, I
over
saw
there.
the secret.
The grandmother also gave the police the address to Mike's house, and the police used that information to launch their search for the parents.
Oh yeah, I mean, like her vocabulary is only so big, but still, I mean, like, you can't say that that's not creepy when she's like, "Mommy's in the trees." Like, that is a little creepy.
And so the first place they go is Mike's house, and all the lights are off, the door is locked.
That's-
and his
yeah,
red
right.
pickup truck, because the grandmother said he drove a red pickup truck. His red pickup truck.
She was
is not
hot.
there.
Yeah,
So
I don't
US
know.
house,
It's
they're
like
not
you could
there,
take that as
and
so
they
many
begin
different
flying a plane,
so many
not
different
only over
ways.
Tacoma, which is the area where they were living, but also over that forest that was right up against the Nisqually River. And as they're flying, they're looking for campsites that could potentially be Mike and Diana, but they're also looking for the red pickup truck, which is fairly distinctive. And after a couple of days of flying all over the forest and looking around the side streets and putting people in the forest walking on foot, they couldn't find anything, and they turned the search off. And they would tell the grandmother and the rest of the family on Diana's and Mike's side that they really just needed to wait for more information to come in, because they couldn't just spend an indefinite amount of time scanning a fairly large area. They have all of Tacoma and this huge forest. And so everyone
Yeah,
just had to
that's
wait.
kind of a
2
lot.
months later, a man and his dog were out walking on this logging road that was about 10 miles away from the Nisqually River and 30 miles away from the Kmart where Crystal was found. And they're walking on this road and they see way off in the distance there's this truck that's pulled over to the side of this road. And even from a distance, they can tell it's covered in snow. But it hasn't snowed recently. There's snow on the ground, but the amount of snow that is on this truck indicates it's been sitting here for quite a while. And so as they get closer to the truck, this man is looking around, seeing if maybe the owner is nearby, even though it seemed unlikely given the fact that it looks like it's been sitting here a while. And so after he stands there for a minute, looking around, feeling pretty confident there's no one in the area, he brushes the snow off the passenger side window and he looks inside and he doesn't see anything at first, but he notices on the passenger front seat, there's a significant amount of blood on the seat, or what appears to be blood. And this startles the guy, so he backs up from it, and he and his dog very quickly leave this area because they're in this kind of desolate, logging road. He's pretty isolated, and so he gets out of there as quickly as he can, and when he gets to a phone, he calls the police.
I don't know what I would do because you always hear about stories of people finding bodies when they're hiking. Like I am not a hiker, and I don't think I ever want to come across this or anything like this.
They show up and they brush the rest of
Think
the
I'm
snow
good.
off and they find it is a red pickup truck. It's Mike's red pickup truck. Mike and Diana's case had been very big news in the area when it happened, and the news had really not gone away. People were out there looking for this couple. And so as soon as they saw this was Mike's truck, they start fanning out and searching the area, seeing if they can find any other clues about what happened to Mike and Diana. And very quickly, they discovered Diana's body. She was located not far from the red truck, just barely off the road in the forest. She was under several inches of snow, and she had been stabbed 17 times.
Oh my
and there was
God.
a tube sock wrapped around her neck. There was no sign
Oh
of Mike,
God.
but once they got inside the truck, there was a manila folder that had been tucked up on the dashboard that just said, "I love you, Diana." When police showed that message to Diana's family, they all said, "That looks like Mike's handwriting. He used to send us handwritten Christmas cards, and that looks exactly the way he writes." As for the blood
Right?
that was on the passenger seat
Like what happened? Like, cause you gotta like lose your shit to like stab somebody 17 times. Like that is intense.
inside the truck, it had been sitting out for too long, so they weren't able to determine whose blood it was, but they were able to determine it was human. So between the blood on the front seat,
Hey,
the
how's
note
it
that
going,
was left on the
Suba?
dashboard, the personal furious nature of the way in which Diana was killed, combined with Mike's history of violence and his disappearance, because he's not here anymore,
Yeah.
that all made it seem an awful lot like Mike was the guy that did this. In
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, whether he did it or not, I mean, right now he looks very guilty.
fact, this made for a very tidy ending to a mystery that had actually started before Diana had been killed. On August 10th, 1985, so 4 months before Mike, Diana, and Crystal ventured off into the woods near Nisqually River, 27-year-old Stephen Harkins and his girlfriend, 42-year-old Ruth Cooper, were going camping near Nisqually River in the same forest. They were actually about 15 miles from where Diana's body was ultimately found, and they were very close to a number of Mike's traps, although they probably didn't realize they were near them. During their trip, an unknown assailant walked up to their campsite in the middle of the night and shot them both to death. Stephen
Oh my
was found
God.
right away, and he was found inside of his sleeping bag at their campsite, indicating he had been killed in his sleep. Ruth wasn't found for months, and when she was found 1.5 miles away from the campsite, and she had a tube sock tied around her neck the same way Diana had. And the knot that was used on the tube sock was even the same as the knot used on Diana's tube sock. So the similarity was just too much to overlook. And
Right, so it's the same person. So then is it Mike?
so to the police, they're thinking Mike has to be the guy in both of these cases.
Right.
You know, he attacked Ruth and Stephen, perhaps because they were, on his territory where his traps were, and he
That or he is setting traps in a very, very unlucky area because he's sharing it with a serial killer or something.
didn't like that. And he has a history of violence,
But
and so he attacks them. And then a couple
it's
months
gotta be
later,
him,
he attacks
though.
Diana,
Maybe.
and then he flees. As for his daughter being found alive at the Kmart, it would seem he just did not have it in him to harm his own child, and so he dropped her off at the Kmart before he ultimately fled. Despite everything seeming to fit just perfectly to where, yep, Mike is definitely the guy.
Well, like, do you think he could have gotten away with it, like while his daughter was sleeping or something? Or do you think his daughter would have seen anything? Maybe? I don't know.
Not only for Diana, but for Ruth and for Steven. We figured it out. Despite that being the overwhelming feeling,
Yeah.
there were a couple of questions that remained unanswered. Like the FBI, they were unable to confirm the handwriting on that folder that said, "I love you, Diana." They were unable to confirm that that in fact was Mike's handwriting. Diana's family was really convinced it was his, but the FBI said it's not necessarily a match. And then you have the motives for the two crimes. We can understand one
Yeah,
of them.
they might
Him
find his
attacking
body.
Diana, unfortunately, people attack their partners all the time, and so we can
True.
understand that. We can rationalize that.
Right, like that's like the only one that kind of makes sense, but like the couple seems kind of weird though, unless he was doing stuff. Unless you could maybe put him there at the time that they were camping. I don't know. But then at the same time, like like it does seem kind of weird.
But for him to attack Ruth and Steven, two total strangers,
Yeah.
because what? They encroached on your land, even though it's not your land, it's public land, and you just happen to put your traps out there. That didn't seem like a strong enough reason.
Well,
for him to
I guess
want to
he
kill
could
them.
be.
But the circumstantial evidence.
Or was it somebody else and somebody made him write that, so then it made him look guilty. So then like it kind of looks like his handwriting, but then like if you were forced to write something, like would your handwriting look the same? Because can't they like tell that?
Was overwhelmingly pointing at Mike being the guy. You have the fact that he's this violent guy with a history of domestic abuse. He knows this area well where both crimes were committed. You have the tube sock tied around Diana the same way it's tied around Ruth. It just had to be Mike. And so because the police felt so
because they're like
strongly
stressed.
it had to be Mike, they were willing to overlook these lingering questions. And so the police wanted to issue an arrest warrant for Mike, but they needed to be able to prove he was alive, because if he was dead, then that calls into question his ability to have committed these two crimes. And so they didn't have proof he was alive. And so very quickly, this story faded out of the headlines because basically everybody believed Mike had done it and he had run off somewhere, and maybe someday we'll figure out where he went and we'll bring him to justice. But until then, we know he's the guy. For years, no one heard from Mike, no one saw Mike. It was like he had just totally vanished. Crystal was raised by relatives, and many of the detectives that were working on these cases eventually retired or moved on. Then, 25 years later, in March of 2011, a hiker was walking through the forest near the Nisqually River, about 1 mile from where Diana's body was found, and they would stumble upon a piece of a human skull. She calls the police show up, they search the area, and they discover another bone, a human jawbone. And it would turn out it was Mike's. The rest of Mike's remains were never found, and because there was so little of him to work with, police were not able to determine a cause of death. However, they were able to date his death back to almost exactly the same time frame that Diana had died. Additionally, investigators believe the reason they did not find more of Mike's remains is because he had been buried. The two bones that were found, the skull and the jawbone, they were located within 1 mile of where Diana's body had been found, and that area, after Diana had been found, had been scoured. They looked everywhere for clues, and because he apparently died at the same time she did, he would have been out there and they would have found him. So the fact that they didn't find him can only mean he was underground. So this all meant Mike could not have been the killer. Because in order for him to be the killer, he not only would have had to attack Diana and then drive his daughter to the Kmart and then drive back to the forest, he would then need to take his own life and then also somehow bury himself. Some of the police officers that had worked that case...
Well, then who took her to the Kmart? Who took the daughter to the Kmart then? Holy.
Were still on the police force, and so when they heard
How's
this
it going,
news
Daniel?
about Mike not being the killer, they were like, it never really made any sense that he would attack Ruth or Steve unless he was a serial killer. And then it clicked. They probably were dealing with a serial killer. It just wasn't Mike. And their only eyewitness was the toddler.
Right, this is crazy.
Apparently, the serial killer could not bring themselves to harm.
Yeah, so like I wonder like if she could remember. I mean, like I don't know how she's probably I don't know, she's probably like in her 20s at this point. But like would she be able to maybe remember like some stranger driving her to the Kmart? Because that's like 20 miles. It was 20 miles from where they were camping. So she didn't just, magically appear over there.
As a result, Crystal just sat there and watched these horrible things happen to her parents, and then probably spent a fair amount of time with the serial killer afterwards because they needed to drive her to the Kmart.
Yeah.
Investigators and her family had tried to get her to
All
give
right,
more
GB, feel
information
better.
about what she had witnessed,
Get some
but
sleep.
all she could say was, "Mommy's in the trees." And so there are really only two
Damn.
interpretations of what that means. Either one, she was just stating that her mother was in the forest, and that would have been accurate, or she's remembering her mother trying to escape a serial killer by climbing up into a tree. Or maybe even that she was in the tree with her mother as they both were trying to escape a serial killer with a knife. So when the police have this revelation that Mike was not the killer, that in fact it was probably a serial killer, and we know nothing about this serial killer besides what Crystal had to say as a toddler, and
Yeah.
that didn't provide any sort of real clarity on who this person was or what their MO was. They went back and looked at all the unsolved murders in the Pacific Northwest, specifically around this forest. They discovered that in addition to Mike and Diana and Ruth and Stephen, there were 4 other sets of couples that were killed in and around this forest. And all
Damn, there's 4 other sets of couples that were killed around there. Holy yes. Yes, definitely serial killer.
of them bared striking
Yeah, that's what it's called.
resemblances to one
The tube sock killer.
The most recent attack that is associated with the tube sock killer occurred in 2006. But the reality is, police don't really know anything about the tube sock killer. All they know is that they're probably in the Pacific Northwest, and they are definitely still at large. So that's going to do it.
Wait a second. So this person was never caught? See, don't go camping, don't go hiking. Serial killers and feral mountain people.
Guys, if you found the secret in today's episode,
I did find the secret.
let us know in the comments what it is and where you found it. So
I don't know where I found it, but it's Ghostface. Oh my god. That makes at least 12 people. And they never found the person. See? Yeah, see, don't go camping. I'm good. Don't go camping. You know. Yeah, stay home behind a locked door. Yup. No thanks. This is a Police Insider, one of our favorites. How to get your whole family arrested.
At about midnight, officers were dispatched after reports of multiple shots fired in a densely populated
Store,
residential
Dr. Pharmacy,
area.
yeah.
What began as a routine gunshot investigation quickly
Yeah,
spiraled into chaos when officers found the culprit.
You know what? That's a smooth move, though. Don't go in the woods. Unless maybe you are the serial killer, then I guess you're fine. But right, improve it. Yeah, right. Yes, I am good. I am good. I am good. I will keep my ass inside. I do not need to go camping. I'm fine. I'm fine. This is fine. Yeah, Zodiac was never caught. Neither is Jack the Ripper.
And the reason turned out
There's actually a lot of killers that have not been caught.
to be even more absurd.
Did you guys hear gunshots?
The woods
You
are
did.
fine.
Did you know where or this one right here? Come out. Come, see if you can have another town respond to Englehart. Come outside. Absolutely, sir. Come outside. Are you apartment B? What apartment number are you? Yeah. B. 5067. B?
What apartment number are you? Yeah. Okay. All right. We are off to a good start.
What apartment number are you? Yeah. B. 5067. B?
B?
Or
Oh.
A?
Do you know your apartment number? Yes? No? I like, do you know where you live?
What apartment number are you? A or B? Or apartment letter? Can you come outside, Senora? Outside.
I haven't been camping
Come
like
down,
probably since I was a
Senora, come
kid.
down. Yo, go take the front. Make sure no one leaves.
Like I want to live like not really near people, but I want to live there. Like I don't want to like sleep outside, you know? Like I want to live like I think I'd be fine living in like out in the middle of kind of like nowhere, but I want to like have shelter, not a tent or something. Like I would have a home.
My husband, my daughter.
Okay, Sabota, come down. Come down, Sabota. Come down. What's going on?
After wreck. Oh my gosh, that's crazy,
Inside the
Siva.
home or anything like that?
Hey, how are you? Are you apartment?
Yeah, I mean, like, if it's like relatively close to like get to like just to like a grocery store or something, like good enough, you know. But I don't really want to like. I don't like we live in the suburbs right now, and like we're not very happy about it anymore.
B?
Too many neighbors. We got too many neighbors. We live in a big neighborhood.
No, he came out of that car. Where's that?
Who else is in the apartment?
Yeah, like I feel like 5 acres. Like 5 acres is enough that I can have like a house and I can have my goats and my chickens and my duck and my cow, and you know, we can just have our life. Less than 3 miles wide. That's fair.
Yeah, my husband, my
Can,
kids.
can you have them all come out?
You heard a weird sound at
Have everyone
night.
come out.
Alright, with my kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody. But make sure your hands are... Somebody said somebody shot a gun and went in your apartment. You understand? Somebody said they shot a gun off. Did you hear that?
You speak Spanish?
No. Do you know gun? Gun?
Yeah.
Is there guns in there?
No. We thought it was fireworks, to be honest, but I guess.
That's what I'm saying, like, what's going on outside?
4165, the original caller from not picking up the phone.
We got a 911 that somebody said they shot a gun in the air and they went to your apartment.
No.
But there were people here from who went in.
Somebody's lying then, or it was a firework, which then somebody else doesn't know that it was a firework. I don't know.
To their apartment that said that's what happened. Do you know whose white car that is?
No.
No? You see the white Mustang over there? Is it Mustang? What is
4165, the original caller from...
Apparently she doesn't know anything.
Her number 4 times.
No.
The caller from Deadbush, the secret officers.
Well, it's here and upstairs, like A&E. So you guys didn't call anybody?
Promo, how's it going?
Alright, cool.
Or yeah, can you open it?
The original caller described it as a tight-fitting orange shirt and jeans. Said he was most likely...
Hello, did you hear any gunshots?
We heard it.
Yeah.
First, I wasn't sure if it was firecrackers or... But it sounded like firecrackers.
Hi, it was definitely some of those kids that went up the
The
stairs.
original caller
Up that stairs or up those stairs? Up to that party.
said he
Because
was
I
most
saw
likely...
him
Oh, there's a party going on.
aiming up over that way. And I saw the flare of the gun go up. Okay.
The people who had fired the gun knew exactly why the police were there, but they still refused to come out until one of the officers approached the suspected family to talk.
You mind just hanging out in the front for me, brother? On the other side, yeah.
That's where it came from?
I have no idea, but apparently this person wants to talk to us.
Look, my
They're there?
kid.
Okay, let me go. Hey, how are you? Can you do me a favor? Just let me see your hands and just step out real quick. Yeah. All right, we got a call that somebody shot a gun in the air and they came into your apartment. Are you by yourself?
No, not really.
What do you mean?
I'm with
Look, my voice.
Is that their car?
the Charger.
Yeah.
That's my car.
That's your car?
Yeah.
Wait, so she does. Wait. So either she doesn't understand English or she is just, I don't know, just playing like super dumb.
Who else do you have in here?
My girlfriend.
Oh yeah, right. I think because they think they can get away with it.
We got a call, and witnesses also said that they were in the car. Somebody let off a round. Came to your
That's
apartment.
racist.
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Fireworks, probably.
All right, can you have everyone step out?
It's supposed to be 2 males, by the way. 2 males.
Well, there's more people in here than we thought.
Bro, at the end of the day,
All right, you know what, guys, do me a favor.
Before they go, yeah, right.
Go down.
Excuse me?
No, not for this.
Party's over.
Yo, follow me. Hey, what's up?
Whoa.
Listen. Come over here.
Do you have a paper to come inside the
No,
house?
we don't need it because what happened? Why is everyone lying to us?
Right? Somebody's lying. Or everybody's lying. Somebody or everyone is lying.
Is there a gun in this house? No. Okay, what happened?
Little ups and downs. Hopefully things are better for you.
What happened? I don't know what they're talking about. We got
Yep, there's our orange shirt.
guy in an orange shirt shot a gun off.
Oh, there he is.
It's fireworks, right? For my daughter. It's fireworks, right? Oh, watch out. Watch out. No, give me a two for my daughter, please.
Get out
for my daughter, give me a two for my daughter. Give me a two, please.
Not for safety.
You can tell. It's a little chilly out.
Give me a two for my daughter, please.
You have too many people? Using him. I know. What happened? We were throwing fireworks. You were throwing fireworks. Where's the fireworks? That's it. It's in my car. It's in your car? Can we go see them? No, we're not.
This is apparently I think somebody shot a gun off in the neighborhood, which is stupid, and nobody wants to fess up to it.
In my car. We're throwing fireworks. Okay. They're illegal.
Yes, it's a clown apartment.
Yeah, we got a huge problem here. Okay? Because we got 4 or 5 911s. Gunshots. Hold on. Yeah, I get it. Okay. So let's go down. Let's go down. But we need him to come with us. He doesn't have to. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Yeah, we gotta get like out of this area. Like everybody, like go down the stairs. You know, get everybody lined up here. Figure out what's going on. We don't need to be crammed up here.
Oh my God! Yes, he does. No, he does. Yes, he does. No, he does not. Yes, he does. He wasn't part of this. Then why are they all saying a guy in an orange shirt? I have no idea. All right, so listen.
You do.
Nothing to do with each other.
Lying.
No. We need him. All right.
No, what are you doing?
I need a two. I can't go.
Yes, you put the kids inside.
Where is he taking him?
We need to go speak to him.
Yeah, I'm guessing some people, depending on where they were, maybe you couldn't tell if it was fireworks or if it was a gunshot.
We're taking him outside. Why? To get him away from the kids.
They're making a whole circus.
Why? Because we have eyewitnesses saying he was.
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing, though, is that, like, if you're already caught and, like, they know that, like, somebody here did it, like, you might as well, instead of, like, causing this kind of chaos, you might as well just, you know, be like, yeah, it was me.
Okay,
yes. People. Ma'am, not just him.
Listen. He's a high.
Do me a favor. Just go back in, but we do need to speak to him.
Okay, well, then we definitely do not need a firearm around him then. If he is, like, high and he's all fucked up, then, like, okay, he does not need to be anywhere near a firearm.
Listen to me. Okay, I understand. Listen to me.
We just need to talk to him.
Why are we yelling?
It's not just him. There's 4 or 5 other people. All right, can you take him in? Take her in, please.
Like, why are we yelling? No, not you. Not you.
Get him out. Yeah. We need to talk. Yeah. That's all we're doing. Talking.
That's it. Let's go downstairs. Let me tell my two. No.
Hey, I'm going down with you. I'm going down. If you want to come down,
let's go. Come on.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, they're just purposely making it chaotic.
Just as officers had the main suspect in custody for questioning about the shooting, his niece came down with him. A turn of events that was about to unleash a whole lot of chaos.
Guys, you don't have to yell. I don't know why you guys yelling.
I, for one, am shocked. I am shocked that this is as chaotic as it is.
What's my crime? Go ahead and chase me again.
Yeah. Oh my God, everybody just calm down. Whoa. Let's just relax. Flailing our arms everywhere.
No, not to me.
No.
People are going to the house. This is unnecessary. Yeah, I mean, like, they could have, honestly, they could have probably played it off as if, like, you know, it was an accident. And then you can get, like, what, like a negligent discharge of a weapon, but still at the same time, like, you're still probably gonna get in trouble. But the way that this is going, we're just gonna start tacking stuff onto this.
No. Go upstairs. Guys.
Yeah, she's, like, not helping the situation. That's smart. Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. No. Guys, back up. You gotta back up.
Everybody stop touching him.
He just punched her.
That is true. Yeah, if you were like, if you fessed up to it, like you might, like they might go easier on you of like, you know, like maybe it really was an accident or whatever. But like this shit going on here, this is not gonna help.
Falling, no, they say no falling, and that's it. It's a kombucha. Mira, date quieta. Amor, está todo bien, tranquilo, ellos vienen. Ellos están tranquilos. No está ahí por él, bueno, te digo, pero maleado con la mierda. It's all on camera, he just hit her.
It's none of your business.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Maybe this is better. Get him in the car, so he's kind of separated from this while you weed out the rest of this bullshit that's going on.
It's gonna be probably a simple assault. It's nothing crazy. He ain't doing it. It happened in front of us. We can't do anything. No. Look, I'll tell you what's gonna happen right now. Give us.
Yes, it's like separating children.
15, 12, 30-ish. You should be good to go. Okay.
Up until now, police weren't sure.
Like the fact that everybody is screaming out here and nobody can just, you know, try and not get all crazy. It's just like everybody can hear this. You know,
whether they were dealing with fireworks or gunshots, witnesses had claimed both. But while searching around the car, they uncovered the most crucial piece of evidence against the suspect.
Get them all.
Yo, bro. Yeah, there was a gunshot, dude. It's a shell right there.
Oh.
Shell over here too.
Nothing to see here, yeah, apparently.
Everybody outside of the house right now. Everybody outside of the house right now. You're not in trouble, but everybody's going to cops.
That is true. A lot of them act like children.
He shot a gun.
Somebody shot a gun.
Why is there a gun casing over there?
Nope.
I have no idea. Come on, now you guys.
But I don't know how I got next to my car. Like, come on, man.
What happened?
I have no idea.
Talk to me.
I'm talking to you. I have no idea.
Oh, you're being detained at this time. Okay.
What happened?
You're being detained.
Yo, help me, sister.
And don't even talk to her, because you could be like, somebody shot a gun, and she'll be like, what's a gun? Because that lady's been playing like she's been fucking stupid as shit the entire time.
Police. Hey guys, you guys need to go outside. Why? Go outside for me. Why? So this is a crime scene right now, okay? Why? It's a crime scene.
Oh my god, just go outside.
I'll explain everything, I promise. Is anybody else inside? Police? Hello? Hey, what's up, brother?
Whoa.
I need you to step outside for me. You don't have any guns on you, right, brother? Please don't lie to me. Okay? I was leaving.
Right.
Let's just go outside.
Right? Just listen. It's not that hard.
Let me get my sweater.
Is the what? Yo, Reese is saying cover, bro.
Yeah, I'm not so sure the guy sleeping in that room I don't think he has anything to do with it. I mean, honestly, like, I mean, he doesn't seem like he's involved in any of this.
Everyone? We could. I'm not looking.
God, calm down.
Okay, I'll close it. Let's go.
To her, this is a little brat here. Do not be nice to her.
I'll close it. Let's go. Where's your shoes?
Well, the thing is that they had 4 to 5 people call though, so now they're gonna have to deal with the consequences. And, you know, you can't just shoot a gun in the parking lot unless you live far enough out.
Sierra, Juliet. From handgun in the vehicle.
I think they can, because isn't it like probable cause they can go in to make sure that like they're not gonna get shot? So since like we know a gun got fired and we don't know where it is until right now, like they just found it, then I thought they could still go in and like clear everybody to make so like for everybody's safety.
No, there's a handgun on scene. Absolutely not.
Can I use the vapor? No, dude. Not yet. Just give me a couple minutes.
Good. Do what you gotta do. You don't want to shit. Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out.
You're gonna get arrested too if you don't listen
Yeah.
to me. Get the out.
Go.
Do you have a warrant to be in there?
We don't need one. Get out.
Joy, you gotta go. You're getting arrested. You gotta go. You gotta go. Let's go. Let's go. She has to go. She has to go out. Let's go. Everybody out. She's gonna get arrested. Nobody comes in, all right? Yeah. This is it. This is done. Yeah, let me think of that. Nobody can leave. Body. Yeah. Nobody leaves.
While the suspect, Martinez, was being transported to the police department, he began repeatedly banging his head against the rear passenger side window.
Oh, God.
When officers tried to calm him, he started kicking them, injuring one officer's hand.
Nice.
Damn. Well, why is he kicking? What's going on? No. She's staying. Yo, Mia. No. She's staying. Stay over there then.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like the neighbors are right. I mean, like I'm not saying anything on them, but it's just like there's like city limit laws that you have to abide by. Like if you did this and you were like out in the middle of nowhere and you decide to shoot cans in your backyard or some shit like that, or like, you're not endangering anybody. No one's going to do anything, but you can't like shoot a gun in a parking lot with people around. Like that's how people get shot, like by accident.
Stay over there. My little dad did not touch
I need a sack of shame redeem. Ooh, yeah. I don't know what I do for it though. It's like hurting cats, yes.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Just put your face the car. Put your hands on your back.
Oh my God.
Make things worse for yourself, buddy. Quiet down. You're gonna make things worse for yourself. Quiet down. Stop. You guys are making it worse than it is.
Yep.
Why are we doing this with the kids here, man?
Yo, get your man off this. I swear to God.
Let's go, man.
Get your man.
You get in the car. Let's go. For what, bro? Get in the car. Get in the car. Hey, brother. Man to man.
Yeah,
You guys
exactly.
part of a gang, Land Kings. No, you guys part of a set or anything like that? Nobody? Okay. All right. Just double checking.
And they said it's in plain view.
It's in plain view?
Yeah.
All right, don't touch nothing.
Oh, yeah. Right there between the front seat.
We got one coming.
So we found bullet casings outside of that Challenger.
Can't search unless certain criteria is met. Is that like everywhere though? Or, I mean, is that just like in our state? Because I would assume if there's a firearm involved and you don't know where it is, then you probably have to clear everybody out of the house until you figure out what's going on. Because I feel like that's like a really easy way to get yourself shot.
Danny!
You might just stay here still.
The cats probably would be indifferent.
Get in the car, bro. Get in the car. Get in the... What do you mean?
The Fourth Amendment. Oh, is that like search and seizure, right?
It's too tight?
That is true. Yeah. You just fight that in court.
What happened?
So good. You good? You good?
Your right hand?
Please.
Okay, calm down. My Spanish isn't that good, so calm down.
My Spanish isn't that good.
Calm down.
I see the big.
Don't come at me. I don't care, man. Don't come at me. You want help? You don't come at me like that. He needs his handcuffs too tight. That's what he's saying.
You're not built for comfort. Sit down.
Bobby.
They're not built for comfort. Sit down. God damn. We had enough tonight.
You don't seem as bad as the rest of these people.
No, I'm not doing nothing,
bro. All right, just you're detained for right now, all right?
All right.
You're getting a little loud and...
Listen. Leave the door open. I'm detained. I'm not under arrest.
I cannot leave the door open.
I'm not under arrest. Leave the door open.
My man, listen. You're going to get disorderly if you don't listen. We got a crime scene here.
No,
this is a crime scene.
I understand.
All right.
But I'm not doing nothing.
All right.
Yeah, you still gotta shut the door.
Close the door.
It's called protocol, you dipshit. God.
Stand. All right. But I'm not doing nothing.
All right. We're going to close the door, though. We're going to close the door.
No, Joey got the other party right now.
I'm gonna go get my car. I'll come right back.
Can you let me talk to him?
Look, he's calming down right now. He speaks
Yeah, but he's my uncle. Let me talk to him, please.
No. No. Just shut up. Everybody just needs to shut the hell up.
I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please. Let me talk to
Look,
my
this is what's going on.
uncle.
There's a police officer speaks Spanish there.
I know.
So he's going to talk to him, okay?
Yeah, shoot at headquarters. We don't have to do this guy any favors right now.
Bueno.
Hold the door.
I don't need a venir con este frente.
All right.
Come here.
Bobby, relax.
Come here, mother.
Talk to me.
Come right here, mother.
Okay.
Come here. Quit more throwing you on me, mother.
New access play for their uncle. Yeah, I know, right? That's like kind of weird.
Yo. Okay, it's fine. Yo, we need to bring him. We need to bring him in. I have the other guy in my car. So, Fadi, what are you gonna do? You gonna stay here or?
Oh, no, I'm gonna.
You gonna process her?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna wait till BCI comes. All right. And then we're also gonna have to wait on that house too.
That is true. There's like a weird dynamic between those two. That is very true. Yeah, way uncomfortable.
Let him get shoes. He wants shoes.
I'll leave the door open for you. All right. If you need anything, let us know.
The real reason Martinez fired the handgun into the air was to celebrate his grandmother's arrival in America on a 10-year visa.
So you thought it was a good idea to do this? You thought that this was your way of celebrating? If you lived out in the country, yes, by all means, nobody cares. But you live in an apartment complex. Like, you cannot do that there. Live out in the country, you can go do it. Nobody fucking cares. Like, you know, like, you're not endangering anybody when you live out in the country. But it is stupid to do this in an apartment complex.
And into the air was to celebrate his grandmother's arrival in America on a 10-year visa. He had fired 4 rounds, and officers later found the handgun lying inside the car. It was registered to Justice, Mia's boyfriend.
Brother, what's your name?
Justice.
You all right, Justice?
Yeah.
His name is Justice.
Yeah, just real quick. I gotta read your Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Where's the handgun, man? Where's the
No
gun?
handgun. I told you it was fireworks. I told your boy from when he stopped me over there by the stairs.
Okay.
I told
Doing that for stupider things regardless of in the city or out of the country. Well, I mean, like, legally though. So like, if you live out in the country and like you don't have any neighbors, like even like remotely close, and like you shoot, like, fine, you know, like you are endangering anybody other than, you know, I'd be like, you should probably be careful. But I mean I've lived down south. You shoot shotguns off when it's fucking New Year's Eve, you know what I mean? Like, you do it off the back porch, and it like, but we are not anywhere near anybody. But you do this in an apartment complex, you could, like, it's dangerous and it's stupid.
you it was fireworks.
Why is there gun casing next to your car?
No gun casing. That's not mine.
Those aren't yours?
Nope.
No gun at all?
Nope.
Does your uncle, does he have a gun or anything like that?
That's not my uncle.
He's not your uncle? Who is he to you, though, if you don't mind me asking?
That's not my uncle. That's
Just a friend, or?
Like a family friend. That's
friend?
my girl's uncle.
That's your, oh, that's your, okay.
Yes.
You're not married to her or anything like
no,
that, no, right? Okay. Is he part of any set, man? Like Lion Kings or anything like that? Or?
No.
No?
Can I talk to my uncle, please? I'll call him down. I promise you.
Talk to him about. Which one's your uncle?
That one in the car.
Oh no.
Please, I'll call him down. I'll call him down. I promise you, I'll call him
We need
down.
you to be calm from the beginning, ma'am.
I am calm.
No, we are not.
Calm, but like, you should be trying to, is the uncle in the orange shirt?
Yes, he's my uncle.
Okay. Listen, we're gonna bring you in. You're gonna be able to talk to him at some point. I can't tell you when or how.
Yeah, well,
You know, it's a serious incident.
I know, but it's like he didn't do anything.
except he did. But okay.
Okay. Then why are people, and it's not just one person, 4 or 5 other people, like, yeah, it was a guy in an orange shirt shooting a gun off.
He was just smoking.
Okay, but what's wrong with the 4 or 5 other people?
What are you talking about?
Jesus, juvenile? How old are you?
I'm 17.
Transport 81 Melbourne.
Makes it worse.
625731.
Makes it worse.
Confirmed 5.
5?
You got 5 cell phones.
So your daughter's 17, right?
Yeah, she's 17.
Okay, and your dad, right?
I'm her stepfather.
Stepdad? All right. Do one of you mind accompanying me to headquarters with her? Just because she's a juvenile.
My God, this turned into like such a mess.
We need another unit at headquarters.
No, stop.
Right? This it kind of is.
Ruining your livelihood? Me?
Maybe you should have thought about that before you started to just shoot randomly in a parking lot with people around.
Igual like you. You want your shoes? Yeah, but don't try to. I'm not gonna you do yourself. You're my hands. Stop. Okay, pull me. I can do more myself.
Guys with guns always crying. I mean, this is just stupid. This is stupid. Like, I don't know why you would do this, like, around, like, well, again, there's obviously families that live in this apartment. Like, this just seems so dumb. Like, why would you do this?
I can do it myself. What happened? Were you scared? Come on.
I'm not scared of nothing.
Were you scared?
I ain't scared of
Okay,
nothing.
give me the lift. Were you scared?
We need another unit so we can bench this person.
Like the consequences of my actions. I have to clutch my pearls.
What I do, don't worry. What? What I do before? No, I'm not trying to do nothing bad, but
I know not where.
we're trying to buy my by himself. I got to buy my dad too. I go here.
While all three, Mia, Martina,
Well, and that's even to say that he was even like, let's just give him the benefit of the doubt of like, you know, he says that he was pointing it up in the air. What if he didn't? I mean, it wouldn't have been that hard to just shoot somebody's window out that they're, you know, and pray to God that someone's sitting on the couch in front of it.
and Justice were taken to the police department. Mia was released with charges pending, as she was a juvenile.
Watch out. Okay. Step out real quick. You say you want some water, right? Yeah, please. Have you been arrested before, Justin? No. ¿Cómo se llama, amigo? Kenny. Mucho gusto.
Nice to meet you.
Whoa. You're good, man. You're good.
Listen, Kenny, you gonna be okay? Is this comfortable for you, brother?
Different thing.
No.
Different. Because I tried to the gun because he had it.
Kenny, have you ever been arrested before?
No.
I don't know. I don't know. They didn't. I don't think they said what it was.
Martinez was charged with weapons offenses and aggravated assault, while Justice was charged with weapons offenses and obstruction. YouTube thinks...
Well, maybe you guys shouldn't be doing stupid shit like that. You know? Some people, man. Some people. Some people's kids. Yeah, there's definitely something weird with the girl and the uncle. It definitely seemed a little odd. All right, we have a Darren. Simple doctor's visit ends in disaster.
How are you today, sir?
So we got equality over here, so they all can't be Karen. So tonight we have a Darren.
Well, I'm just trying to get to know you. I want to make sure you're okay.
Oh, okay.
The reason I'm here is the staff called. They were concerned about you, so they sent me to come and check on you.
Okay, I'm fine. You can go.
Okay, I got to make sure that they want you in here first. Is there a reason you have a general antagonistic disposition towards me? Or?
Yeah, because you two goons have come here specifically to try to incite a physical incident with a person who's had a heart attack last week.
What?
And
Is that why you're wearing your mask?
I don't think that's a very good thing, and I don't like that.
Why?
You're being very disruptive, and I wish you folks would step back.
Why do you think that?
Because of your body posture, because of the way that you're acting,
You wanna have a
I take
conversation with them?
offense
Do
to
they
it,
wanna have-
and I think that you should stand back.
Hello.
Another step or two would be good.
Perfect. This is what little information we had on him because he was a new patient. But he came in and he was very argumentative. He's playing his guitar. While we appreciate your music, it's not appropriate. And you need to stop. And he called her mom, mother person. And then he...
What's the date? It is May 12th, 2023.
He told the receptionist that if he comes here and his issue isn't fixed, he's going to jump into traffic. He said it 3 times. I don't know if he's joking or what, but
Fucking let him then. I don't know. Like if you want to act like that, be like, okay, well, I mean, it's, you know, it's late at night. Good luck.
I got really mad because it was 1:01. His appointment was at 1 o'clock, and it was 1:01, and we hadn't taken him back.
Yeah, so now you guys basically want him to leave.
Have I done anything right
Well,
here
he's
that
definitely
you
one of
can
those.
see that would provoke anything other
Bro probably like sits at home with his mask on, you know.
than just a normal conversation and leave?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, then I prefer that you take another step back. If I'm not a threat to you...
Did you have any type of interaction with them or anything like that that was negative?
I was invited to come here and play my guitar. Apparently I wasn't playing the rap music they liked or whatever, but they decided they wanted to make an issue out of it after being told specifically that I could come here.
Okay.
I had a heart procedure, and they're trying to figure out if this is healthy or not.
Wait, so did you have a doctor's appointment, or do you think you like got a gig booked in a doctor's office? Like, what is going on here?
And
What
I
is the
play
story?
Guitar, so I have to play the guitar so that we can see. I drove all the way here in 85-degree heat after having a cardiac event last week.
It was that recent?
Yeah, last week. Would you prefer to have me have a heart attack? I'm not a physical threat.
I would strongly encourage him to be evaluated.
He's got a gig playing live music, so then he thought he had to do that in the waiting room and not so much for the doctor or something. I'm not understanding. I don't even know where the music playing comes in as far as like, if they think he's healthy enough to play.
Obviously, I'm not a physical threat.
I would strongly encourage him to be evaluated in the ER for mental health, but he can't come back here unless he's treated.
Okay.
So why do you have to provoke me by standing close and leaning towards me?
I'm certainly not trying to do that with my posture. I apologize if it appears
Well,
I'm taking
Yeah. Yep. Put the grippers away.
Here for a follow-up appointment from your heart issue. Is that
I
accurate?
don't have anything to say to you.
Okay, well,
I'm waiting for my doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock. I got here early, and I'm waiting for my appointment.
Okay, well...
That's all you're going to get out of me. Have a nice day.
Well, they would now want you to leave, so I'm just here to assist with that. So...
Go for it.
Okay, are you ready to go?
You know what? You're going to...
Yeah, somebody peed in his Cheerios today, I think.
have to physically hurt me.
Well, we don't want to do
There's
that.
got to be a way we can avoid that.
Yeah.
That seems completely unnecessary.
Why don't you go back and talk to him and see if there's a way that we can avoid this?
I think...
What caused your heart attack, bro? Just curious.
That we can probably come up with a solution together.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like disgusting. Like get your feet off the furniture. Like this is not your furniture.
Yeah.
Like out in public.
Unfortunately, that doesn't sound like it's an option because they want you to leave.
You're gonna have to pick me up and take me out.
Oh, there's got to be a way we can avoid that. You seem like a reason.
How, like, can you? I can't imagine. I just don't understand people like this. Like, I cannot imagine acting like this. And this is all like for a doctor's appointment. Yeah, he's confusing.
Reasonable man.
I made a 80
Right? Yes. You just gotta politely leave.
I think I need to rest before I get up and go anywhere.
Well, with them being in control of the facility, it's kind of like their property. If they want someone to leave, we have to help facilitate.
Yeah, he's like really bitter.
How about this? You sit.
It's caused by his attitude. Yeah, maybe.
Want someone to leave, we have to help facilitate that.
How about this? How about this? You sit here until I feel good and ready to leave.
How about this? We just make you fucking leave. That sounds like a better plan.
Well, we're here to help everybody that's...
Why are we yelling? See, look, this is a nasty piece of work right here.
I feel good and ready to leave.
Well, we're here
How
to
about
help
now?
everybody that's involved. What about we get an ambulance to come and take you somewhere to get treated?
I don't care what the fuck you do. I ain't moving until I feel good enough to leave.
This dude is so far from a cowboy. He just thinks he's because he got that hat on.
Do you have an appointment here?
He had one.
So does that leave us with two options? Either he leaves voluntarily, or they want him trespassed out of here and he goes to jail.
He's a reasonable man. I think we can.
There are your options. There are your options. You can leave now, get your shit, and leave, or you're going to be trespassed, and then you're going to go to jail, and then we're going to cuff you and stuff you.
Avoid option 2.
You want to put your hands on a person who had a cardiac event last?
Yes, yes, yes. I absolutely would. I absolutely would. I'd be like, I don't really give a fuck, because obviously, like you have caused enough of an issue. They don't want you here. You're going to have to get seen. It's time to get the fuck out.
Reasonable man. I think we can avoid option 2.
You want to put your hands on a person who had a cardiac event last week? Take your chances.
We're trying to avoid that, like we explained before.
I'll leave it until I feel goddamn good and ready to.
Well, that.
Yeah, so like that attitude, yeah, no, absolutely not. I'd be like, you know what? Like we are done being nice here. It's time to go. Party's over. Playtime's over. We are leaving. You included.
That isn't an option either.
The only other option we have would be to take you to jail. We don't want to do that. That's completely avoidable.
Let me think about it.
Take some time.
I forgot my name fit here too.
Probably about 45 or 50 minutes to think.
No, it's not. It's gonna take you about. We'll be generous. You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes, or we are dragging your fat ass out of here.
Okay. So option A would be you simply leave and you're not in any trouble with anyone. And option B would be we would have to take you out of here and arrest you for trespass. That's got to be something we can avoid.
This cop is way too nice.
Yeah. I believe I'm in the market for some legal services. I have 3 goons standing over me, leering and trying to provoke a physical incident. They invited me to come over here and play my guitar because it's my wrist that was injured with the heart cath procedure. We want to make sure that everything's okay with the wound. And they said, yeah, fine, that's fine. Just come up. They were looking forward, they said yesterday.
Yeah, it is. Just.
I know. I'm rambling, but
see, like even whoever he called, he's like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
they now told me to leave, and I don't feel like leaving.
He just hung up on him.
Yeah, I just talked to an attorney, so whatever you want to do, I'm going to take 45 minutes to just kind of rest and see how I feel, and then we'll decide if I leave then or not.
No.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you that much time, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. You like Googled one and just hit like the 800 number, and they're just like, okay, I don't know what you're saying. Bye.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to give you that much time, unfortunately. I do.
Can I give a 65-year-old guy with a heart attack a chance to make it out?
No, I know. I at this point I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. You could be 85. Get the fuck out. You know, like this is why I'm not a cop.
Can I give a 65-year-old guy with a heart attack a chance to make it out alive, or you want to hurt me?
I don't want to hurt you at all.
I'm hoping that we can resolve this peacefully.
I'm hoping we can resolve it peacefully in about 45 minutes.
Because we've got an ambulance that can come up with a cot.
No, absolutely not.
You wouldn't need to walk.
Thank you for coming and helping us. Sure. What do we need to sign for? Well, what I'm going to need to do is go out there and tell him that he...
Yeah, he's just being a complete asshole for zero reason. Like, this guy's just a dick. Like, I feel sorry for this doctor's office.
He either has to leave right now, or you, as the person in charge of the premises, is trespassing him and banning him permanently?
Yes, we will ban him permanently.
And then if he doesn't leave, then you're willing to sign charges for trespass?
Correct.
And that's what you'll do?
Yes.
So yeah, what'll happen is if he won't get up and leave,
you'll just take
we'll have to take him to jail. And
I hope he doesn't go to that far, but yes.
Do you have a business card on you, or if not, I'll just perfect. Okay. Max,
yes, sir.
This is the doctor who's in charge of the premises, and if this man does not vacate the premises now, he's banned from here. If he doesn't leave, he wants to pursue trespass charges.
Okay, so we've reached the precipice, sir.
You gonna let me think about it?
No.
We have 60 seconds.
Yeah, okay, yes, okay. You have 60 seconds. Do 60 seconds. Just get out. Like, just leave.
They want you left. They want you out of
I
here.
Can't think about that 60 seconds.
Okay, well, the time to leave this...
What does he think he's going to accomplish? Like, one, you have like this absolutely nasty attitude. And two, Like, what exactly do you think is going, like, what is your end game here? Doctor's not going to see you, not after all this, like, not after you caused this, like, all these problems and stuff, and you're being a complete dickhead. So you're not going to be seen. So what is your, what is our plan here? Like, you know, it's like, I don't know what you think is going to happen. You are not going to be seen. They don't want to see you because now they all are like, well, you know, he's being a real asshole and he's being a little hostile. I'm guessing because he was like screaming at them. So what does he want to have happen? They call the cops on me because I'm frustrated with how much of my time they're wasting. Well, if you showed up and plopped yourself down and started playing guitar randomly and they asked you to stop and then you flew off the handle, you think that whose time are you really wasting? Not his.
Building is now. They've made it clear. You've been clearly told. You've been clearly told that you are immediately to vacate the premises.
I'm ready to go.
Oh, he's one of these fuckers, isn't he? Okay, all right. I say, I'll fucking tase him, pepper spray him, fucking sack of shame him, get his ass out of here.
All right, this is your last chance. Is there anything I can say or do that would convince you to simply walk out peacefully?
I don't think I can, because I had a cardiac event.
You can take a few minutes outside.
Well, this is like nothing to do with medical expenses. This is coming in and acting like a complete dickhead, and then think that you are going to be seen, and then you start screaming at the staff, and then, you know, what are you expecting to have happen at this point, right? So that's not going to happen.
You need to leave this building now.
Mr. Alex B, how's it going? Good to see you, man.
Act like a grown man and get up and walk out.
All right, sir, you're under arrest. I gotta put you in handcuffs. Do you have any weapons?
He's a
on you?
sack of shame future redeemed there. I know. I don't know what, I don't know. I'll let me think about it. I'll either maybe like, maybe I can draw something for my VTuber, or I'll make some sort of something.
I gotta put you in handcuffs. Do you have any weapons on you? Watch your head.
Yeah, time for reasoning's over.
I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Well, I don't know.
You don't know where it is?
Playtime's over, buddy.
It's unfortunate that this
What's my crime? What's my crime? What's my crime? Go ahead and chase me again.
Yep.
No, you're not gonna touch me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Come over.
Well, you see, like that's the thing though. You know, it's like if you get a cop that's really nice, you probably should listen the first time, because they're gonna be as nice and they're gonna probably do everything in their power to not arrest you or do anything to you, right? Like this cop was very nice until he can't be, right? And then you're gonna fuck around and find out.
Come to this.
I think he's playing dead. He's playing possum. Don't touch me. Oh yeah, they gave him so many chances.
Let's get your other arm and then we can get you sitting up, okay?
I can't move.
Yeah, you can. Just relax.
It's gonna be like, I can't move. I had a heart attack and I'm a paraplegic and I don't have shoulders.
And we can get you sitting up, okay?
I can't move.
Yeah, you can. Just relax.
Yep, he did play a stupid game.
As soon as we get that arm out, I'll pull it up.
I mean, this is the same shit with like the women too, that like think that they're entitled and think that they're the boss of everybody and think that they can just act ugly and nasty to people and think that people are still going to do shit for them, and then realize that they're like, no, we don't want you here. You know, and then they're appalled by that. God forbid.
Just relax.
Put your hand behind your back.
You have to believe, yeah. Same with the aliens.
Don't you kick.
You got pink handcuffs? You got the bougie handcuffs, Gramps.
Highly resistant combative gentleman here. Watch the kicks.
Gramps calling from jail again. Oh, probably. That's probably.
Watch the kicks. Do you guys have any
This is true. He could have just left.
restraints for the legs?
Or like when the officer first got there and the lady said if he goes and gets checked out at the hospital and gets cleared, he can come back and get treated. That seemed like a very fair compromise, but clearly that was not good enough.
Neither did we.
What's his name?
Don't know.
I will not tell anything to anyone until I get a mask on my face.
Okay.
And I get my glasses.
You got your mask?
Does a mask keep you from having a heart attack?
Until I get a mask on my face.
Okay.
And I get my glasses.
You got your mask right here. There you go.
If he ends up dead, then he probably shouldn't have got himself so worked up. That's on him.
You want it to be easy? We can just give
The OG silver ones.
Wait, you're willing to walk on your own power? 1, 2, 3.
Their male partners don't steal them. Oh, really?
I had a heart cath operation on this wrist, and I would appreciate that being taken off right now.
How about this? If you calm down, everything will be fine.
The wrist is what I was here for. You guys are aggravating it, I will sue. Come on now.
Nope, not gonna work.
You take my mom's ashes, I will kill you.
You carry your what? You what?
Come on now.
Nope, not gonna work.
Where are your mom's ashes?
Kill you.
There's-
And I mean it.
Let's not do any threats. That's not a good thing.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Where's it located?
Well, you guys threw me all over the place. Who knows where it is?
No. Where would you keep your pocket knife on you?
Still need to
Oh,
check.
how about that? I didn't lie to you. You're
Still need to-
stupid.
Oh, okay. So he. Jesus, man, bro, you gotta calm down. You gotta calm down. I think you gotta have a little bit of reflection here and be like, you know what? I caused all of this. I'm just gonna calm down. You know, I'm just, it is what it is at this point. Like maybe it took me this long to realize that I kind of fucked this up for myself, but you're just making it worse, man. You're just. I mean, had you. This is what gets me, right? So, like, this cop gave him every chance in the world to just leave. If he said, if you just leave, nothing's gonna happen to you, right? Like they don't want you back here, but like, all you have to do is leave. That is all you have to do. You just can't be here anymore. Clearly, that was not the choice or path that we decided to go on, and now we're just gonna like keep spiraling.
Those back pockets. What's his medical condition?
He's gonna end up giving him. Yeah, he
You have a medical
might.
condition that you need immediate attention for? Or are you ready to go to jail right now?
The hospital.
For what?
We have to tell them what you're going for. What are you going for?
They don't just let people in.
My wrist is sore. My heart doesn't feel right.
You're still under arrest. Your property's going to go back to the jail. You can come back to the jail when the hospital clears you, and you'll get your stuff then. Sound like a plan, Brian?
You.
Easy. There's
Nice.
ladies
Get too.
Wow.
here. Settle down.
Damn, man.
What we're doing, criminal trespass.
Yep.
And resisting?
Probably disorderly and resisting.
Okay.
Well, there you go, man.
You know what day it is today?
You day.
Okay, that was funny. It's fuck you day. That was actually pretty funny. I'm gonna have to give him that one. That was pretty funny.
Brian, you know what day it is today?
You day.
Every day is F you day, yeah.
Get yourself.
Love that day. Hey, Brian.
He says, I love that day. Yo, all these people have been pretty good with him.
You day.
That's pretty much what you get yourself.
Love that day. Hey, Brian.
Half the world don't even know how to double down no matter how much they screw up. That is true.
Down.
They're trying to check on.
Got it? I'm not gonna take this from you.
Oh god. Yeah, right, these poor paramedics. Oh god. Yeah. Ugh.
Down.
They're trying to check on.
Got it? I'm not gonna take this from you.
They're trying to check your heart, man.
Oh, did you see the like latest update on him? I like oh man, he's gonna be over there for decades.
I'm refusing an EKG.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So do you want to just go to jail now, or do
No, I want to go to hospital.
Okay, so you're refusing medical treatment.
I'm refusing you treating me.
Okay.
I'm refusing any treatment until I get in the hospital.
Okay. Oh.
Brian, hey, dude. Not a good move. I'll tell you that right now.
You know what I would have done? I would have like fucking ripped that stupid Birkenstock off his foot and I would have just thrown it as far as I could. I'd be so over this man's attitude.
I think he said thank you.
I think you need to go your mother for Mother's Day, don't you?
Wow.
No, I was laying down and these guys did this to me.
Hey Brian, this isn't an I told you so. This is for the next time. Remember this.
Oh yeah, paramedics deal with all kinds of shit.
You made your choices, and now you have to deal with them. So next time, don't make those choices, and you won't have handcuffs on you.
True.
I just asked for time to think about it, to rest, because I had a heart attack.
No, that's what we're using as an excuse, sir. Your whole thing there was just to be an asshole. Literally, that is the only reason.
This is the first time I've been out.
Well, they just asked you to leave, and you refused.
A lot of times, all it takes is police presence for a person to become hostile. Hey guys, I'm John. I appreciate you watching. All police officers know that sometimes just you showing up in full uniform can trigger
They
people.
really
This
don't.
Case reminds
I mean,
me of a situation that I responded to some years back. It was a disturbance. It was myself and of course another officer that was backing me up. Now I was concerned because this particular officer, with all due respect, was very apprehensive about handling certain calls with confidence. And on this particular night, there wasn't many officers on the street. So we show up on location. As soon as we walk up to the front door and knock, the man opens the door and says, "What the F do you want? Because I didn't call." So we figure out that it was his girlfriend that called and she wanted him gone. However, he lived there and there was no evidence of violence done to either one of them. Now the strange thing is, out of nowhere, the man begins to literally break up his own furniture, punch holes in the walls, and smashing up his own TV, while my backup is literally backed into a corner. But the weird thing is, he was calling us derogatory names, his
that's a
girlfriend
guy
names, but
that's
he
like
never
things
attempted
they've
to
seen as a
injure us
paramedic.
or his girlfriend. Now the man did eventually calm down after tiring himself out, and because there was no evidence of injury on either one of them, the woman was advised to obtain a protection from abuse order with eviction, but she would have to prove why she's in fear of her boyfriend before the city would issue her a PFA. So eventually we leave the home, but I was never called back to that particular house. But sometimes as a cop you wonder, whatever happened to these people, because a lot of times it's just on to the next case.
That is true, though. I mean, like I think that's just being human.
And with this case that we just watched, it could be me, but this has to be the most calm police officer ever. He was controlled, patient, respectful, and resolute. And in my opinion, this is exactly how you deal with people on a daily basis. Now, the man is obviously having some sort of health issues, and he didn't appear to be in his right frame of mind. And he was quite upset about not being able to play his guitar. But I absolutely love the way the initiating officer handled the situation. He gets an A+ in my opinion. And across the United States, police organizations are striving for a new professionalism. And this involves 4 principles: accountability, legitimacy, innovation, and coherence. But whether you're a police officer of 20 minutes or 20 years, you learn that as soon as you think you've seen everything, you actually haven't. All right, guys, that's all I have.
It made me think of like that MTV show. It's like, you think you know, but you have no idea. That was good though. Bro, that was goddamn crazy though. That man, I mean, that cop definitely deserves props though, because he was nothing but polite. Right? A+ score. All right, this is have you heard of Peter Bergman? Bergman? The man who never existed? I feel like I saw like some short on this or something, but I don't really like remember all of it. Oh yeah, I guess there's a viewer discretion deals with sensitive topics of suicide, so you know, if you can't handle this, leave.
This video is supported by Brilliant.
Classic John Doe type, yeah.
The number of COVID deaths in the United States is 600.
Did you see something about this? Like, I remember seeing something, like, it was like a while ago. It's like one of those like random things, but I was like, that sounds interesting, and then I totally forgot about it, and then this popped up on my recommended, and I was like, that's him.
At the time of this recording, the number of COVID deaths in the United States is 621,000 people. And that is a tragic number, there's no question about it. But do you know what's crazy? That's almost the exact same number of people that went missing in 2019. I'm not trying to start a new conspiracy theory here or anything. It's just,
Well, that's crazy. Have a good night, Daniel. How's it going, Sir Anime? You think of the man that never existed? Was that like, what's his face? The one with the sketch?
ran across that number, and that's really freaking high, isn't it? And according to this
Yes.
chart from the National Crime Information Center, we're actually on a downtrend. In fact, 2020 was the lowest in 30 years, obviously because nobody left their house. But look at 1997. Nearly 1 million people went missing that year.
Holy
A million
shit.
people in 1997 equates to 0.2% of the entire US population. Just
Gone. Yeah.
Am I the only person that thinks that's bonkers?
No, that's actually really weird. That's actually kind of crazy that he like accidentally came across that kind of.
Is there some kind of mini rapture in the 90s or something? The point
Maybe
is
there
the
was.
number of people that go missing every year is
How many people went missing yesterday? Is that what we have to like figure out?
rapture in the 90s or something? The point is the number of people that go missing every year is shocking. At least it was to me. But you know what might be more shocking than somebody disappearing? Somebody appearing, seemingly out of nowhere. But that seems to be exactly the case regarding a mysterious man who went by the name of Peter Bergman.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
In June 2009, Brian Kinsella was training for a triathlon. That's a swim followed by a bike ride, followed by a run, followed by days of debilitating pain and crying if I were to try to do it. Triathletes are absolute savages. Anyway, in the morning of June 16th, this particular savage was training in the waters off of Ross's Point in County Sligo, Ireland, while his dad was walking back and forth on the beach
That's a
behind
silver
him,
costs
which at least that was the plan.
$45.
His training got cut
Damn.
short that day. Because right after he got into the water, his father Arthur saw something through the fog. It looked like a mannequin, maybe, that somebody had left at the rocks at the back of the beach. A prank, maybe, that some kids were playing. But as the fog lifted, he got a better look. And of course, it was not a mannequin. It was a human body. Now, I know that sounds like the opening to a Law & Order episode, but it did actually happen, and I'm sure it was a deeply unsettling moment for both of them. Either way, they had no idea that what they had just stumbled on was going to set in motion one of the greatest internet mysteries of all time. Arthur described the man as marble cold. He was tall, thin, Caucasian with gray hair, no visible blood or sign of injury, lying face down in a patch of sand that had recently been covered by the tide. Arthur and Brian took a moment to pray over the body before they called the police, which is called the Gardaí in Ireland. And around 6:45 a.m., Sergeant Terry McMahon from the Sligo Garda station arrived at the scene. The first thing that he noticed was that there were no footprints around the body except for those of the Kinsellas. It looked like somebody had drowned out at sea and then been washed back in by the tide. Many reports would later claim that the body was naked, but that's inaccurate. He was actually wearing a navy blue t-shirt and black brief-style underwear. His shirt was tucked into the underwear and also, as was later discovered, into a pair of blue, black, and purple striped swim briefs worn inside the underwear. But no pants.
Oh.
And a quartz waterproof watch. The rest of his clothes were found on a nearby rock. A black leather jacket, navy chinos, and a black sleeveless vest, all folded neatly in a pile. Beside them were a pair of black shoes, dark socks, and a black leather belt. What was missing was a wallet, or a passport, or any kind of identification. Assuming that it was just a local man who drowned out at sea, Sergeant McMahon covered the body and basically just waited for a family member to come and look for them, but that never happened. And as they waited, they started to notice some particular...
It does seem like it looks like he, decided he didn't want to be here anymore. But then obviously there's going to be more to this, which is like sad if that's the case. Or they figure out like maybe more about his life and that maybe that's why he ended up doing this.
particularly weird things about this situation. Not only did he not have a wallet or any kind of identification, but all the tags had been torn out of the clothes. It was quickly becoming apparent that this was not just some local guy who went for a swim. This was somebody who went to great lengths to hide his identity, and he did such a good job of it that to this very day, we have no idea who this person was or where he came from.
What? So we have no idea who this man is. That is crazy. Because you'd think with everything that we have nowadays that we should be able to identify him. Or
But this is
somebody
what we
would.
did know. 4 days earlier on June 12th at 6:52 p.m., a man checked into the Sligo City Hotel under the name Peter Bergman. He paid in cash for 3 nights at the hotel, €65 per night. He had come by bus from Derry, Northern Ireland. Security cameras show him boarding the bus in Derry at 4 p.m. and exiting in Sligo at 6:28. What they don't seem to show is how he got to Derry, or anything about his life before that point. For all intents and purposes, before that moment when he stepped onto a bus in Derry, Peter Bergman...
Yeah, right. It's like he didn't use a card or anything like that. But I'm assuming that this isn't even his real name.
For all intents and purposes, before that moment when he stepped onto a bus in Derry, Peter Bergman did not exist. But wherever his journey began, it ended in Sligo. Sligo is a small town of about 20,000 people, known mostly for its shops. The surrounding county is known mostly for its scenery
Doesn't
and for
seem
being
like
a favorite
it.
subject of Nobel Prize-winning poet William Butler Yeats. Yeats spent his summers in Sligo County reveling in the stories of the old sea captains and pilots who kept watch from the watchtowers along the coast. Shipwrecks were common, and
yeah, I mean, I think there's a percentage of people that go like missing, but they don't really actually want to be found. I definitely think that there's definitely a percentage of that
Yeats once
for sure.
said that Ross's Point was the most haunted place in the world. In fact, an area right next to where Peter Bergman was found is called Dead Man's Point, because according to legend, a sailor was once buried there. That's probably just a coincidence. But Peter Bergman, whoever he was very intentional about going to Sligo. Maybe it was the landscape or the history that seemed fitting to him. Maybe he was a Yeats fan. But for 3 days, he walked the streets of Sligo town, taking in the sights and the sounds, reading the Yeats poetry.
You're going missing when you hit the power. No, you're not. It sucks. Oh my gosh. Wow. I see how it is. I see how it is. Fake deaths are more common than people would believe. It is, but then a lot of it, like they always like get in deep shit though, because they do it to try to get like insurance, like they do it to get life insurance money.
History that seemed fitting to him. Maybe he was a Yeats fan. But for 3 days, he walked the streets of Sligo.
I can't
town,
tell you where.
taking in
Yeah.
The sights and the sounds, reading the Yeats poetry.
Taxa can't do any wrong. Do not encourage this. Do not encourage this.
He etched across the walls. On Saturday afternoon, security cameras captured him picking up a certain quantity of international stamps. It's not known exactly how many stamps that he bought, and it was never seen him actually mailing anything out to anybody, but this was a weird little clue that's never really been solved. On Sunday, he asked a minibus driver about a place to swim, and he pointed out a specific place on a map that he was interested in, but the driver told him that's actually better for surfing, and that Ross's Point would be a better spot to go swimming. So they took a quick drive out there, and according to the driver, the man just got out of the car, kind of took a quick look around, and then got back inside. He asked the driver to drop him off at the bus station instead of the hotel, and then the driver gave him a card and told him if he ever needed to get another ride somewhere to give him a call. On the next day, Monday, June 15th, the man checked out of his hotel.
This is so weird that we have so much like footage of him like around town and shit, but like nobody knows like where he came from, who he is, anything. He just popped up one day and was just like, hey, and then, you know, I guess had his last days here.
He went to the bus station, probably on foot, and had a cappuccino and a sandwich. In one interesting moment captured on the security cameras, he wrote something down on a slip of paper and then spent a few minutes reading it before tearing up the paper and throwing it away. And at 2:40 in the afternoon, he took the bus to Ross's Point Beach. He was wearing the black leather jacket and navy chinos, which kind of made him stand out on the beach amongst all the other beachgoers. Many reported seeing him wading back and forth across the beach with his cuffs rolled up of his pants,
yeah,
holding his shoes in his hand.
That's true too, but like, is it weird that like he has no paper trail whatsoever? Like there's nothing.
Nobody who saw him thought that he was there for a swim or was ever going to get in the water, though they found it odd that he was there all afternoon, just walking back and forth. In fact, he was spotted by a witness at 11:50 p.m., still walking back and forth on the beach in the moonlight as the tide started to roll in. And that person was the last person to see him alive. The next day, after the body was removed by the undertakers, they quickly were able to trace him back to the Sligo City Hotel, which is where the name Peter Bergman was first discovered. No one on the hotel staff had asked him for ID, which was actually law, so they weren't really complying.
That's true. That is true, yeah, because, yeah, you usually have to have, like, a ID to check in.
Had asked him for ID, which was actually law.
He might have been.
They weren't really complying with the law there, but he did list his home address as Einstedersen 15, Vine 4472. Vine is Austrian for Vienna, and they did claim that he had an Austrian or maybe German accent. Unfortunately, nobody named Peter Bergman that fit that description was ever found from Vienna. And in fact, even more telling, the postcodes in Vienna stop at 1901.
Well, I think, I mean, if it's the law though, I think you have to. Like, I don't know if it's because you have to make sure you're of age. I think it's like more so that you, like, all your information matches.
Vienna. And in fact, even more telling, the postcodes in Vienna stop at 1901. They don't go to 4472 like he put in his address book. That was a total fabrication. And actually, the street name was fake too. Now, is this proof that he was from Vienna and made up a fake number in order to throw people off? Or is it proof that he wasn't from Vienna and just made up a number and he had no idea that that was wrong? Either way, it was a fake address.
But yeah.
And clearly a fake name. So that plus the missing ID.
I mean, if it's like some dingy motel, like those 1 stars that Tim stays at, yeah, I don't imagine if they don't ask for your ID or anything like that. But then also, like, if you're gonna pay cash for it, like maybe that's why they didn't ask, because he paid cash for his room. Because usually it's like they want, I think most of it's like they like check your credit card information to make sure that it's, you know, like everything kind of checks out for that. But if he paid cash for it, like maybe they didn't seem like it was that big of a deal.
It was a fake address. And
that is true. That is, yes,
so
motels thrive off of that.
Plus the missing tags from his clothes were all signs of just, you know, how much this guy wanted to protect his identity. But it was only after they dug into the security cameras around Sligo that the investigators realized how far out of his way he was going to protect it. Over those 3 days that he roamed the streets of Sligo, the man left the hotel 13 times. And every time he left carrying an unlabeled purple plastic bag filled with items. And every time he returned to the hotel, he wasn't carrying the bag. Some think these were multiple bags that he was getting rid of. Others think it was the same bag, but maybe folded up in his pocket when he returned. Either way, he was returning with less than he left the hotel with, which is kind of the opposite of what most people do on their vacation.
That is true. If it's under 2 stars, it might as well be 0. That is true. I don't know. I guess, I mean, 5 stars seems like it's like just like a basic thing nowadays. But yeah, I don't know where that started.
Then he left the hotel with, which is kind of the opposite of what most people do on their vacations. It seems that he was using these trips around town as a way of disposing of his personal belongings. Where it gets really weird, though, is that with all of the security cameras around Sligo capturing him walking all over town, none of them captured him throwing anything away. He managed to find bins that were outside the line of sight of security cameras. It's almost like he knew how to avoid them. An extensive search.
Well, what if he wasn't even throwing things away? Well, I mean, I guess like maybe somebody would find it then if he wasn't. I don't know.
The trash bins and disposal sites around town turned up nothing that could be tied back to this man. And interviews that investigators did with shopkeepers and bin men were similarly disappointing. And because of this, many people, including Sergeant Terry McMahon, believe that maybe this man had some kind of law enforcement background or military background, some kind of special training that would give him a leg up on doing something like this. Now, this theory didn't open up any new leads to his identity or anything, but it did open up some really interesting questions like, could this guy have been a spy? Was he getting rid of all of his personal items to try to start his new life, to escape from something? Did some person from that life that he was trying to escape come back to find him? Is that what happened to him? They still hadn't fully ruled out foul play. It was only after his autopsy that the motivations for his actions became tragically clear. The autopsy was conducted by Dr. Clive Kilgallen of the Sligo University Hospital, and what it revealed was that he had prostate cancer.
Oh, gosh.
Very, very advanced prostate cancer that had gotten into his lungs and his bones.
Oh, no.
In fact, he probably only had weeks to live. And he was probably in consideration.
So, like, maybe that's, like, where he wanted to go to spend his last few days and then maybe try to just, you know, go on his own terms and before, you know, it was going to be unbearable. Like, I can kind of understand that. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Terrible pain. Even though no pain medication was found in his system, even though he had
wow.
aspirin in his pocket, none of that was in his system. Neither was any kind of cancer treatment in his system. This cancer was going completely untreated. For all the mysteries of this story, one thing that everybody seems to have settled on is that this man came to Sligo to end his life.
That is true, but like, I guess the question is why, or like what made him want to go there? I mean, clearly it looked like maybe he was just trying to maybe do some things that he didn't get a chance to do at that time. But yeah, the pain has got to be like excruciating though. Like to have it like go through your body like this. Oh, I bet that was just horrific. About secretly throwing all your stuff, like why would you care at that point? That is, yeah, like that is a really good question. Like why go through all this trouble to throw away or store or hide all these bags of I don't know what's in them, you know? Like that is kind of strange.
Settled on is that this man came to Sligo.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to be a burden and just that was just him getting rid of the last of what he had.
On his own terms. So he found a beautiful seaside town to spend his final days in a beach where he could go out at night in high tides, swim out into the ocean, and let the tide just wash him out to sea. Whatever his reasons, he did everything he could possibly do to completely just disappear from the world.
Yeah.
Like so many other countless number of missing persons every year. Except something went wrong. Instead of being washed out to sea, the sea just washed him right back where he started. And the reason might be found in one last surprise that they found in the autopsy. According to the doctor, he didn't actually show any signs of drowning.
Huh?
No frothing at the mouth, no tissue damage in the lungs. He didn't actually drown.
He didn't actually drown? So then, like what the hell?
In fact, the coroner's report listed the cause of death as acute cardiac arrest.
Oh.
He actually died of a heart attack. Now, it may be possible that he took a type of poison that stopped his heart, even though no poison was found in his system. They didn't search for every poison known to man, so it is a possibility. What it seems to have happened, as if this story couldn't get any weirder.
Well, like, okay, so he dies of a heart attack, but like, what are the odds that like you have a heart attack before you decide to go in the water at like whatever, like 1 o'clock in the morning or something? Because he was there like after midnight, clearly. So, like, what are the odds of that happening?
Is that he went out there to drown himself, but instead died of a freak heart attack. Now, you know, his body was clearly in a weakened state, and maybe the shock from hitting the water might have caused something like that to happen. Maybe
temperature
he was
shock.
in such emotional distress in that moment that his heart gave out on him, but still just, wow. The man we now know as Peter Bergman rests in an unmarked grave in the Sligo cemetery. It was paid for by the Irish healthcare system. And Irish law forbids exhuming a body without cause, so unless a family member comes forward to reopen this case, that's probably not going to happen. The Peter Bergman case is often listed alongside similar stories like the Somerton Man in Australia in 1948 and the Isdal Woman in Norway in 1970. Both have interesting parallels to this story, and both also have been suspected of having mob or intelligence agency
that's
ties.
true.
But I think the one that might more closely resemble the Peter Bergman case is the Lyle Stevick case. Like Peter Bergman, Lyle Stevick was the fake name of a man who checked into a hotel in Amanda Park, Washington in September 2001, and then he tragically hanged himself. And he too left behind no ID or no clues of his identity, which sent investigators on a wild goose chase for nearly 20 years. The case was finally solved using DNA evidence in 2018, but the family of this man chose to not make his name publicly available, to keep his identity secret, because that was clearly what he wanted, which does bring up a good question. The Peter Bergman case, like I said before, has become one of the most pervasive internet mysteries of all time. People all around the world have put forth some brain cells and some time to try to figure out this case, to figure out who this guy was. Tons of other videos have been made on this subject. Chances are you've seen one of them. But is this one of those
It's kind of sad that nobody ever came forward to claim him, you know, or like to notice that that was, you know, part like someone in their family. Like nobody.
Too busy thinking about whether or not we didn't stop and ask if we should cases. The one thing that we do know about this man is that he did not want us to know anything about this man.
Yeah.
He wanted to disappear. He wanted to be forgotten. And the only reason we're talking about him at all is because a freak heart attack randomly happened literally minutes before he was able to take himself out.
Right.
I've got to be honest, I feel a little uncomfortable even making this video. You know, I feel like I'm actively thwarting a dying man's final wish.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Like, there's gotta be nobody left in his family or something, because it just seems so odd. And then But I mean, it's like sad because like this man like had a whole life that like nobody knows, and like the only thing that the only thing we know about him is that he had a freak heart attack while he was trying to like off himself in the water, and then he washed back up on shore, and then but nobody has any idea who he is. Like, and he just popped up like 3 days before. And Torah might have been a final note. It could have been. It could have been.
Like, seriously, the worst possible outcome for this guy is for some internet sleuth to determine his true identity. Do we have a right to be forgotten? This is actually an ongoing question in the age of the internet.
Well, the depressing part is that like what is it like in like what, like 50 to or like 50 to 100 years, nobody's ever going to remember us, like unless you did something historical. Even then, like we're all just going to be in the dirt and nobody will ever know anything about us by that time. So, not to sound depressing, but it's like it's kind of true.
Do we have a right to be forgotten? This is actually an ongoing question in the age of the internet, especially amongst internet companies like Google.
I'm not saying that we have a right to be forgotten, but I think that that's just kind of like what happens.
And the Court of Justice of the European Union. The right to be forgotten is actually a component of the privacy rights that are enshrined in EU law. Online, the right to be forgotten means that if there's a picture of me out there wearing some glasses that I don't like, then I have the right to get that picture taken down. Now, there are limits to what can be removed, but as of this law being passed, Google has actually removed 2.
Let alone, yeah. I mean, it's just, I mean, like, that's just the reality of it, you know? Like in the places in your mind. Not the Debbie Downer skinny I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, just saying that, like, when, you know, like, as far as, like, you know, like, should we be forgotten or anything like that, it's kind of like, well, I mean, like, no, like, I think that, you know, depending on your family and everything, you know, as long as you can keep that going, but even then, you know, like 100 years from now, 200 years from now, 300 years, 500 years from, I mean, like no one's going to know any of us.
2 million of the 4 million removal requests that it's received. Now, of course, there is the other side of this argument that removing information that you don't like from the internet is just a way of rewriting the past. And as
Man, I just want to be cremated, and like, I don't know, you could just throw me in a trash bag and just, you know, if you want to throw me out, by all means. I mean, I just, you know, for me, I'm just kind of like, what it's whatever at that point, because I'm not gonna, you know, physically, I am not here anymore. So, and like mentally, spiritually, whatever, you know. Scientific controversy. How far back do you remember your family even? Yeah, like, I mean, like, I remember like my grandma, but like I don't think my I don't think my great grandparents were alive like by that time. So like I would say like just like my grandparents. So, you know, it's you know, which is sad, you know, like, cuz like I don't know anything about her or them either, you know, like my grandma or my grandpa, like parents and their parents and so on, you know. Cremate me, put me in a coffee can. Yep.
1984, he who controls the past controls the future. That, of course, is a debate that's going to rage for decades. But as for Peter Bergman, or whoever he was, we don't really know what his motivations were. Maybe he was trying to escape something horrible that he did earlier in his life. Maybe he just wanted to spare his family and friends the pain of seeing him go through what he was going through. Maybe he was just a really private dude. Regardless, he faced a decision that we are all going to have to face at some point in our lives. And his story causes us to maybe reflect on that a little bit. Let's just hope that the choices that we make and our wishes about them go more smoothly than his did. And before I wrap this up, I want to give a shout out to Rosita Bolin. She is a writer for the Irish Times who was kind enough to respond to our emails about this and set us straight on some of the details around this case. She actually has a podcast called Atlantic. It's a 3-part podcast that goes into way more detail than I have time for here. It's very well done. I highly recommend it. I'll put the link down in the description. I do want to say, though, I don't blame anybody for wanting to solve this case. There's just something about a mystery like this that just draws you in, makes you want to solve it.
That is true.
Of course, to solve mysteries like this requires strong powers of logic and deduction, and you can superpower your logic and deduction skills.
I think this is a good one. Thought of ashes being left in a jar scares the crap out of you. As far as I'm concerned, like, once I'm gone, just, you know, do whatever's the cheapest. Cremate me, you know, dig a hole in the backyard and just throw me, you know, just throw me in there. I don't. You don't even know your great grandparents' graves. Yeah, like me neither. I have absolutely no idea. I have no clue. I don't even like I think my grandparents and my parents are all in the same cemetery. But then like my dad's parents, I think there's some, I don't even know like where they are. I don't even know anything about his side of the family. But aside from that, like I don't know. I honestly have no idea like where the rest of like my family would be buried. Bothers you? I like the new Aquamotion solution. I mean, personally, I feel like I don't really I don't really care too much, I guess. It is what it is. It's like I feel like my body's just like the shell of me with whatever's left. Like I clearly don't need it anymore. So he has a Roxanne replica bike model on the shelf. Does he really? Where is it? Am I looking at it? I mean, he hasn't moved the whole time he's been here. Oh, I see it now. I see it. But mine and get mad at the person for like a month. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is very interesting though. This was quite the doozy here. A Tesla Cybertruck too. Oh yeah, he does have a Cybertruck. He got all kinds of shit back here. I guess I wasn't looking too closely because I was like trying to listen to him. But is this Andre the Giant back here? This back here, and then this looks like a British something. We got like a rocket. I don't know who this is supposed to be. I think this is like a little Funko or something. I don't know who it's supposed to be. It looks like a dinosaur. We got Thor's hammer. This looks like the Tron thing. This looks like something from Star Wars. Maybe. I don't know what this is. Like, just looks like a piece of fruit. Oh yeah, TARDIS. Like a little globe plushie. Little cute little face. We got Nurse Cap. He got all kind of cool stuff back here. You see, he has a nice collection. I like it. I like it. All right, let me go take a break and then watch like one or two more. It's just a ring frisbee. It might be. It like reminds me of like the Tron shit. Good morning, Faron. You're one of them at the same time. I don't really care. Yeah, I definitely don't care too much. Right, I will be right back. You guys just hold the fort down. Alright, I'm back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have music on Twitch for my when I'm doing Be Right Back, but I can't do it for YouTube. Thank you, thank you. Cause if I do it on YouTube, then I get my pee-pee slapped. Oh, you want the playlist? There you go. They make you pay for some of the tracks now. I have because I'm like monetized now, I have like a YouTube library that's apparently like YouTube safe or something, but I don't know. I don't fuck around with it though. It seems like too much of a headache. Yeah, the playlist comes from YouTube, but you know, God forbid, right? From the hospital, Mike. Why are you in the hospital, bro? In Discord? Yeah. I got you. I'll put it in the music channel. So you get like a small library, but then you get like when you're monetized, you have like this whole like audio library thing that's like way bigger. Heart issues? Oh man, well I hope everything's okay. I think I found it. I don't know who this is though, so hopefully hopefully it's fine. Yeah, I hope it's not serious. Okay. Let's see what time it is when we get done with this one. Okay. It's the lead masks case. What most likely happened?
Two middle-aged men were found dead lying side by side in a field in Brazil. There were no obvious signs of injury. If that's not...
Oh, hold on. I don't know why. I don't know. I think I clicked the wrong one.
In 1966, two middle-aged men were found dead lying side by side in a field in Brazil. There were no obvious signs of injury. If that's not odd enough, the men were wearing a formal suit, a waterproof coat, and lead eye masks with no holes. How
Yeah,
did
it
they
seems
die?
like it's so weird.
Was it suicide or murder? Why did they die? And what were they doing in that field, wearing such strange attire? For nearly 60 years, the lead masks case, as it is famously known, has remained unsolved. Join us as we investigate their deaths and the various theories surrounding it to determine what most likely happened. On August 17, 1966, just 3 days before their deaths, Miguel José Viana and Manuel Pereira de Cruz, electronic technicians from Campos dos Goytacazes, left to buy some materials for work. At least, that's what they told their families. The police were able to determine that...
Yeah, this happened in 1966 in your neck of the woods.
They took
Maybe.
a bus to Niterói, arriving at around 2 p.m. Once there, they purchased identical raincoats at a shop, as well as one bottle of water from a local bar. The men kept a receipt for the bottle, which suggests that they planned to return it later for the refund. From this, we can infer that they didn't plan on
That's older
dying
than you.
atop
Me
a hill
too.
that day. A waitress at the bar stated that Miguel seemed very nervous, frequently checking his watch. It gave the impression that they were running late for something. She was one of the last people to see them alive, as the police believed that the men traveled directly from the bar to the location where they were found dead. On the afternoon of August 20th, a young boy named Jorge da Costa Alves went to Vintam Hill in Niterói, Rio de Janeiro, to fly a kite. As he wandered around the area, he discovered 2 bodies in the weeds. He reported the matter to the authorities. However, the rough terrain made it difficult for the police to reach the bodies immediately.
6 to 7 hours
It
drive.
wasn't until the following day that they arrived at the scene. The police saw 2 men lying side by side. They were dressed in matching formal suits and waterproof coats. They were also wearing masks with no eye holes, handcrafted out of lead. Take note that these masks weren't the same as the protective masks typically used to protect against radiation. These looked more like homemade blindfolds. The masks covered the eyes completely, but left the rest of the face exposed. Since the masks didn't have eye holes, it left the wearer unable to see anything. Aside from the bodies, the police also saw several objects alongside the men. A packet containing 2 wet towels, a plastic bag containing an empty water bottle and its receipt, a bit of cash, far less than what they were thought to have carried, and a notebook. Some reports state that it was...
Seems like it's so weird. Like, how did you end up in just like in a field like this? You're eating baked chicken right now. Oh, hell yeah.
Instead, the police found notes stashed inside one of the men's pockets. In any case, the police found several lists of parts and information related to the men's work on one of the pages. On another, they found a set of cryptic instructions. Translated to English, the instructions stated, 1630, be at the specified location. 1830, ingest capsules. After the effect, protect metals, await signal mask. The bodies were inspected and found that there were...
Who were they talking? Like, what, where, like, what was this from? Like, was it from, like, did they think of this? Like, and like, what were they taking? What the masks were for? Yeah. I have, like, so many questions right now.
No signs of
True,
trauma.
yeah, it
There was
is
no
almost 60
evidence
years
of a
old.
struggle, even on the field. The police were unable to determine an obvious cause of death. There was a reference to capsules in the notes which might indicate poison.
Right.
However, the coroner's office was too busy, overwhelmed with work. It took weeks before the autopsy was conducted. By that time, the internal organs were already...
Yeah, see, like, I would have thought, like, some espionage stuff too, but then what's up with the masks, right? Like, it seems odd.
too badly decomposed to be tested. Due to this delay, the coroner was unable to perform a toxicology test on the bodies. That being said, the police didn't make a big issue out of it. They didn't think that there was any foul play
Put them in the
involved.
freezer, yeah, right?
Due to the presence of the lead masks, the bodies were tested for radiation, but the results didn't show any abnormalities.
Oh.
The coroner eventually ruled the deaths as unexplained cardiac arrest. Apparently, the 2 men lay down on the field together and just died peacefully. Since there were...
Well, that, like, how, what? I don't think that's how that happens, though. unless you do something to make it happen.
Down on the field together and just died peacefully. Since there were no clues left on the bodies, the police turned to investigating the men themselves. Miguel...
One fringe theory was aliens. Oh, yeah, right, yeah. It, you know, everything gets related to aliens. How we cannot leave the aliens out. Aliens are always a possibility.
The police turned to investigating the men themselves. Miguel was 34 years old, while
Like
Manuel
ancient
was
aliens.
32. Both men were natives of Campos dos Goitacazes, which is just northeast of Rio de Janeiro and
How's it going, hobo?
175 miles away from Niterói. They were both married. According to their families, the two men were going to Sao Paulo to buy equipment and a cheap used car. They brought a hefty amount of cash with them. The trail led the police to the store where the men bought raincoats and the bar from where the water bottle came from. From the bar, the two men were seen heading into the hills around 3:15 p.m. There are some accounts that suggest the men were seen riding in a jeep along with 1 to 3 unknown persons. 3 days later,
yeah, like what equipment? What equipment are we getting here?
With 1 to 3 unknown persons.
They probably got probed.
3 days later, Pereira de Cruz and Viana were found dead, and the trail stops there. Of course, the police also searched the workshop of Pereira de Cruz and Viana. Amidst their tools, scraps of lead and other materials, they found extensive notes on spiritualism, or what we might call New Age science. The police also found a book on scientific spiritualism written by Bezerra Jimenezes. Passages in the book that referred to masks, intense luminosity, and accompanying spirits were marked. The investigation also revealed that the two men might have been members of a group of scientific spiritualists. Apparently, scientific spiritualism was quite popular among the local electronic technicians. They were interested in beings from higher planes of reality, telepathic communication with extraterrestrials, hallucinogenic drug.
There you go, aliens. We're gonna be tripping, talking to aliens.
Use and even seances. The wife of Pereira de Cruz confirmed that the men were both interested in contacting alien spirits, and they had even tried to do this multiple times with their friend Elcio Gomez. The men had even built an electronic device for this purpose. Apparently, the three men tried to use the device at Atafona Beach, where they claimed to have witnessed an explosion in the sky. Later, the device they built blew up in Pereira de Cruz's backyard.
I think like
Pereira
some
de
like
Cruz's
LSD
wife
or
also
something.
stated that Gomez had a fight with her husband. When interviewed by the police, he told them contradictory stories, which made him a potential suspect.
Maybe.
According to Gomez, they were members of a secret society that was devoted to spiritism. The three of them regularly...
Oh, this is like some cult shit. It's like Zoltan.
A secret society that was devoted to spiritism. The three of them regularly attended seances. Pereira de Cruz and Viana were both hopeful that they would be able to communicate with beings on Mars. Moreover, they collaborated in many electronic experiments in Manuel's backyard, where, as the wife testified, there was an explosion. Once the neighbors knew of Gomez's testimony, many also came forward to talk about the massive explosion that caused...
So what were the lead masks supposed to do then? Was that supposed to be like a conductor of some sort? Like maybe if they had their eyes covered, then they would be able to see the aliens? Maybe? I don't know.
...caused walls to shake. While the police were still investigating the case, an imprisoned gangster named
that's like pretty true though, Suva.
confessed to helping rob and kill Pereira de Cruz and Viana. He met them at a spiritualism center and lured them to Niterói. According to Bazzani, he and his accomplices offered to sell radioactive material to the two men. They also gave them capsules, supposedly for protecting them against radiation, but contained poison. They told the two that they can...
What, they got some Rad-X? Is that what's going on here?
...protecting them against radiation,
because of the bright lights, oh maybe.
They told the two that they can get the goods in Moho. They waited for the men to go up the hill and drink the poison. Afterwards, they retrieved the cash. So the police interviewed Viana's widow about the missing cash. She confirmed that he initially told them that he would be buying a used car. However, he didn't actually bring a lot of money with him. Just before leaving, he confessed to his wife that he was taking a trip to Niterói to perform some kind of experiment with Pereira de Cruz.
Dealer lied to me, yeah, right.
Of his, he said that when he gets back,
it's really poison.
He'll tell his cousin whether or not he believes in spiritualism.
I know Cricket would never lie to me. She's a stand-up citizen.
When he gets back, he'll tell his cousin whether or not he believes in spiritualism. As for Bazzani's story, there was nothing that could back it up. In fact, the police thought that he was confessing so that he could be moved to the prison in Niteroi, which was supposedly easier to escape from. In the end, the police couldn't find anything else to explain why the two men went into the hills. The mystery continues to baffle people today. All we really know is that Manuel Pereira de Cruz and Miguel Jose Viana had a mission in mind when they went to
Trash can
Vinton
Carlo,
Hill.
what do you
They
mean?
were dressed to the nines,
She cool.
wore their raincoats, and slipped the masks over their eyes. As their world went dark, they probably didn't know that they would never be able to see the light of day again.
That's weird. I don't know what I think about this. Case Korea. They're doing some
It's
broke
been
back
nearly
shit.
6 decades since the death of Pereira de Cruz and Viana, and many questions still remain unanswered. Was it or an elaborately staged murder? Were the men part of a doomsday cult? Did this case involve time travel or something as serious as a nuclear reactor? The lead mask case has no shortage of theories. The most popular one is that the men wanted to contact extraterrestrials. Vinton Hill was a location of several supposed sightings of strange aerial lights, which is why the men went there. A friend of the two men claimed that the men belonged to a secret religious cult of scientific spiritualists, which was experimenting with psychedelic drugs. It is speculated that the men ingested capsules containing a hallucinogenic substance to perform a weird
Nuclear reactor. Well, the fact that they said nothing weird happened, like as far as like radiation poisoning goes, so I don't know. I think we can like rule that one out, right? But I honestly don't know. It seems kind of weird. Person who keeps her wits while traveling. Just because Trash Can Carla's seen some shit, you know? Like she ain't there to fuck around. She's there to make money.
religious ritual that would help them get in touch with extraterrestrials. They also believed that they would be exposed to blinding light during the encounter, so they created lead masks to shield their eyes. Since this case took place in the 60s, when the use of psychedelic drugs was considered a recreational activity,
That's true.
it's plausible that the men took a very high dose of a drug, which caused them to die. To further support this theory, there was even an account of another technician who had died mysteriously atop a different hill 4 years earlier.
What?
He too was wearing a lead mask when he was found.
Okay, like that's weird. So we have 3 people who have died like pretty much the same way. They all had lead masks on. Like this is, I'm gonna go with cult. I'm gonna say cult. That's what I'm going with.
4 years earlier. He too was wearing a lead mask when he was found. According to reports, a man named Hermes also died on the Morro de Vinton. He also had no apparent cause of death, no injuries on his body. In addition, no toxicology was performed, so poison couldn't be ruled out. The police reopened the case of Hermes, but they didn't find any connection between the two cases. All 3 men going to Vinton Hill to telepathically communicate with aliens and drop in dead while doing so didn't seem to be something that entered into their consideration. An article in Folha de São Paulo by a professor of yoga suggested that the men used drugs such as LSD-25 or mescaline.
It's MK Ultra. I'm gonna say it right now. This is some MK Ultra shit.
To increase their mental alertness
Children
and
of
boost the
Adam,
frequency
yeah.
of the brain to carry out their telepathic experiment. While there isn't much evidence to support this theory, there is one account that leads a bit
I'm just saying, if LSD is involved, it's MK Ultra.
of credence to it. A respected lady of the upper class, Gracinda Barbosa Coutinho de Souza, gave a testimony to Officer Betancourt that she was driving along Alameda São Boaventura in
Early
Fonseca
Heaven's Gate cult,
with 3
yeah.
of her children on the evening of the 17th, the day the men went to Vinton Hill. According to her account, her 7-year-old daughter Denise told her to look up at the sky over the Morro de Vinton. When she did, Gracinda saw an orange-colored oval object with what seemed to be a line of fire around its edges. The object was hovering atop the hill. She stopped
For
the
the hail
car
bomb,
and
yeah.
observed the object carefully. It rose and fell vertically for 3 or 4 minutes, leaving a well-defined blue ray. Now remember that this is the 60s. It was
Yeah.
considered uncouth to talk about UFOs in Brazil at the time. But this woman...
I would think it'd be, probably anybody would think you, I mean, people think you're crazy now. Well, I mean, maybe not so much today, but like 90s even.
Considered uncouth to talk about UFOs in
Sci-fi
Brazil
was
at the
also
time.
booming in the 60s.
But
That
this
is
woman,
true.
who had a good reputation among her peers, was willing enough to give her account to the police. After her testimony was taken, more witness accounts started coming in.
Okay, yeah. I'm going MK Ultra. LSD, MK Ultra.
All of the reports seem to agree that there was an oval orange-colored shape over the hill emitting blue rays, and the time of this incident seemed to coincide with the 2 men's time of death. Another theory aiming to explain this mystery is that the men were trying to sell illegal radioactive materials to people in the criminal underworld, quite similar to Bazzani's confession. Unfortunately, the deal went wrong, and they were killed before...
Did more than, I'm just saying, like, anytime I hear LSD, all I can think of is MK Ultra, and like how they used to like pump LSD into the vents, and like the prostitutes would put LSD in the drinks, and then, you know, and then the government swoops in. So, you know, maybe it's just like an experiment that went a little sideways over here.
Or getting dumped on Vintam Hill. The criminals arranged the scene in such a
Let's
way
say
that the police wouldn't be
yeah.
able to solve the case. While we don't have much evidence to definitively unravel this mysterious case, there is little to indicate that this theory holds any water. Another far-fetched theory proposed by some is that the strange instructions were given to the men by aliens. They were asked to wear protective gear and drink the capsules to protect...
Then these aliens trolled the shit out of you, though. How, like, they're just like, oh, just put this lead mask on and everything will be fine. Like, that'll protect, like, your whole body. These aliens just... They just wanted you to fry.
They were asked to wear protective gear and drink the capsules to protect them from radiation. Because this theory involves extraterrestrials, we can't really get any proof that the men were following the orders of aliens.
I have heard that theory about the Unabomber.
So, what do we think really happened? Based on the evidence found by the police, we can say that the men were very interested in New Age science and UFOs, based on the testimonies of family and friends, as well as evidence found in their workshop. Moreover, they went to Vintam Hill because they planned to find out the truth about scientific spiritualism. Let's take a look at the other evidence. The men were electronics technicians. It's safe to say that they wouldn't regularly wear formal suits to work. So,
that's true.
Why would they be wearing something that is outside of their usual attire?
Because they're in a cult. Because it's a cult.
It's quite possible that they wanted to impress someone that they were going to meet. Someone important enough that they had to dress up. Since they had to go up some difficult terrain, it's safe to say that whoever they were planning to meet, it wasn't
with
some
the Tic Tacs, yeah, probably.
So it is plausible that they believed that they were meeting with heavenly beings that they wanted to impress.
Right, like a suit in the jungle, nonetheless.
In a location that was known for UFO sightings. Now, many think that the men were wearing lead masks because they were expecting to be exposed to radiation. Aside from the fact that there was no radiation detected at the crime scene, why would they only wear something to protect their eyes? What about the rest of their body?
Right?
Since they were wearing masks that only covered their eyes, it's safe to assume that they were expecting to be exposed to some blinding light. As far as the wet towels and raincoats, there's simply no explanation we could find for this. Maybe
there's got to be something within like their cult that has that's got to be like what the raincoats and shit's for.
You could let us know your thoughts in the comments. Most of the mystery revolving around the lead masks case are the notes and the capsules. We've already established why the men went there, but who wrote the notes? Were they meeting a fellow enthusiast or hoping for an event to take place?
Yes, yeah.
Vintam Hill has been a location where people have caught sight of unexplained aerial phenomena. But there's...
Well, it's like they were saying, like the lead was like you know, if you wanted to go down like the radiation route, but then that would affect like your whole body. Like you wouldn't just have it on your eyes that you can't see anything. So it's like, um, you know, aside from that, like I don't know what else. But then like what's up with the third guy that died like 4 years before, like in the same way? Like what's up with that? It's got to be like some sort of cult shit.
No other evidence that could be found to explain why the men picked that particular place, and why they seemed to be in such a hurry when there was still 3 hours before the stated time in the notes.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, we're not even sure if the notes refer to that day. And then there was the phrases,
that's a good point.
protect the metals and wait for mask signal. Were they protecting some metals that they brought and were taken away? Was there a signal that told them when they should put on the masks? If that's the case, then who would have sent them the signal in such a remote place? What about the capsules? What was in them? For all we know, these could have been vitamins or food supplements, or as many speculate, they really could be hallucinogenic drugs. We will never know. Based on the results of the investigations conducted by police, journalists, and
Right, yeah, like they could be dealing with like uranium and stuff or something. I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
amateur detectives, here's what we think most likely happened. The men were interested in life outside the planet, and they believed that there was a way to contact them. They probably had a high opinion of these beings, which led them to dress up so formally. Why was their trip so clandestine? Possibly because they didn't want to tell their families that they were going to conduct a telepathic experiment. Maybe they didn't want to get laughed at or dissuaded from going through with their plans. The notes might be reminders for themselves of what they need to do when they reach the agreed place. Since they belong to a scientific spiritualist collective, it's possible that they got ideas from some of the members on where to go, what time is best, and how to reach a state where telepathy was possible.
Do you think they got that from the other guy? Like, because there has to be like they must have known who that other guy was, or like at least part of like the same group of some sort. Because I don't know. I'm just saying, like the fact that we have 3 people that have died like this with the lead mask, like it just doesn't like it. That's just weird. Like it's like too weird to like not be connected.
The raincoats might have been used as some form of
Caveman
protection as
skins,
they
yeah,
travelled
baby.
through the rough terrain until they reached the top of Vinterm Hill, and the masks, as we've mentioned, may have just been protection from a blinding light. We've all seen how UFOs suddenly shoot out a huge blinding white light over humans in movies and television. It isn't impossible for UFO enthusiasts to conclude that they might need some eye protection. More importantly, it's not out of the realm of possibility that they purchased psychedelic drugs to help them achieve that mental state. It's just that they probably overestimated the dosage. So, why were they lying so peacefully on the weeds? We're not sure, but our best guess is that it may have been part of their experiment. There were no obvious signs of foul play on the plants surrounding the bodies, which indicated that they chose to lie down there. It's just that they probably never thought that something would go wrong with them.
Right? Like they could have just gotten high and laid down and were like, yeah, like we're gonna lay here and have our trip, or we're gonna put our lead mask on, or we're gonna wait to see the aliens, man.
Experiment. They probably thought that it was possible that they would fail to achieve contact, but they most likely didn't think that they'd die there. So our belief on what most likely happened on that fateful day in 1966 is accidental death. Simple and boring, not as intriguing as murder, but it's what the evidence indicates.
But then what was the other guy doing? Did he do the same thing? Like he overdosed and then was laying down in a field and put the lead on it because he thought he was going to talk to aliens too, and he messed up. So he thought, and he overdosed. So like they all just overdosed or something. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. I have no idea. I feel like you could have so many different. You could have some different outcomes to that. To go into the UFO? Oh, maybe. I mean that is a very popular theme with cults. Like, you know, like we have to leave this world to go see the big man or whatever the fuck you believe in, right? I don't know. That their life force would get sucked up by the U. Yeah, that's true too. That is true too. Yeah, I don't know. But then I have to assume that the other guy that died, then he's got to think the same thing. So then that's then it's got to be a cult then. You know, like I don't know, because I feel like we can't leave the other dude out, right? Like I think we just have to um we definitely need to have a keep that man in mind too, you know, that he was like not that far away and still and did like the same shit, right? So well, I don't know. I don't know. That's a pretty crazy story though. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. I I honestly don't know. I don't know what I believe. But they had the days to hop on the comet, yeah. I mean, there's like I don't know, there's some crazy shit out there, you know? So who knows anymore? Who knows anymore? The trip is less stuff under the carpet, the same as serial killers and stuff. I mean, like, I mean, you can find stuff about cults kind of like all over the world. I mean, I mean, like, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. There, it talks. It says there's free candy on the side. Oh my gosh. Not nationally. There's like a lot of stuff that doesn't really go national here though. Like a lot of the stuff that I end up coming across is because of like just true crime podcasts that I listen to, and it's like stuff I never heard about. There's supposed to be candy? Huh? Eh? That's what Tox is saying. Tox is saying UFOs offer candy. I think we're all missing out on something, you know? I feel like we are. We're missing out on the good stuff. I feel cheated now. And it was, oh God, I remember that ride. Oh God. I remember somebody puked on that ride and it was just like stuck to them, you know? And oh my God, I remember like, oh God. The Gravitron, yeah. And then like when it stopped, like their vomit just like drops to the ground and I was like, wow, that's not how I wanted to spend my night, but that's cool. Fancy new candy. You have to be in a cult to like candy corn, and then I'm a cult. I like candy corn. It's pretty tame to be puking. I know, like that's like what I thought. But yeah, I remember this kid like threw up on it, and I was like, I mean, he was like, I wasn't near him, so he was like, but he was like across from me, and I just remember like he looked very pale for a second, and then you just like saw it like come out and like just it was just like stuck to him, and until the ride stops. And stand on the walls. And people, oh yeah, yeah, the people pass out on there. Those, I don't get that either. Yes, it was. I don't know, some people, man. Not that like I'm interested in going on stuff like that now, but like if I was like around their age, like I don't think I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that bad. Like you're just really high up in the air, but I don't feel like it's that bad. All right, guys, it is that time. Thank you for hanging out. Time to go try Storm Area 51 again. I don't want to get shot. But thank you for hanging out, guys. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your week. Have a good weekend. And I will see you guys on Tuesday, per usual. But yeah, have a good rest of your week and have a good weekend, guys. Yes, good night. Good morning. And yeah, I will see you guys Tuesday. That sounds good right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to get ready for bed soon, so. But alright, guys. I will see you Tuesday. Have a good one.